You know, sometimes in this crazy world, you do 80 podcasts and you still fuck something up.
We're at like 83.
Yep.
This might be 84. I don't know.
Good.
I lost track.
That's fine. It beat my projection.
I'm going to do this whole podcast standing up like I'm spitting fire.
Mad rhymes. You're going to bust us some rhymes. You're going to kid some Cuddy.
I'm going to sit down.
Yes, that's right. I'll just rattle off more rapper names.
That's cool. I don't know any of them. Hold on, I'm sitting down, everybody.
It's a process, you know. It's like entrapment, you know. Catherine Zeta-Jones and Sean Connery.
We're still recording?
Yes.
Oh, thank God.
And also the microphones are correct.
That's good.
And they didn't change spontaneously for literally no reason and unnoticeably until it was too late.
Now, how about me? Am I? Oh, yeah. Look at
that. Get stoked.
That's what I like to see. Okay. Good.
Fucking ready. Grindhouse Movie Club, everybody. Just open that. Open that voluminously.
Wouldn't be a Grindhouse Movie Club without a carbonated soda water.
Yeah.
Advertisement. Hello.
We're not going to tell you the brand.
No.
But it rhymes with Jubbly.
They haven't paid us yet, so when they pay us, they can have their fucking brand recognition.
Yeah. Give me that pay. You got to get that bag, Matt. That's the rules these days.
The sack. Get that sack.
You got to get that big brown
sack.
Get
that fucking dirty sack. God damn. All right.
Cup it with both hands.
Hi, welcome to Grindhouse Movie Club.
You know, we're here.
As you can see, we know how to operate our equipment
very clearly.
And like you might not have thought that from last week.
Yeah.
But
I can understand if you had some trepidation about our professionalism here.
Yeah, you might have hopped in and been like, well, what the? Whoa.
I feel so bad for any new listeners that go to that one first. Not that there will be a single person who goes to that one first.
Are you sure? Are you sure people aren't going to be like, whoa, hold on, they did Killer Sofa.
I'm sold.
Oh, boy.
I'm going to put all 80 of these on a playlist and binge them because of Killer Sofa.
Good day, mate. You know how good that one was.
Yeah.
That's my best Australian accent at the moment.
And it's New Zealand, so it doesn't actually matter.
Whoops. Well, we did enough of that last week. So.
Once again, just pissed off both of those groups of people.
Who cares? Come find me. Come find me.
Bring it on, you know?
Get out of the outback once in a while. You'll find that we all make that sound at you.
Swat me.
Oh, Jay now. Hey,
we're going to be talking about shrimp and Barbies. For an hour.
We're not at all. That was last week. And that wasn't, we were wrong to do it then. Wrong to do it then, we're wrong to do it now. It's never going to be the right time.
To be racist, even against whites?
That's right. And we learned that this week. There's never a good time to be racist.
Yeah. That's right. Thanks, Andrew, for the intro song.
Oh, yes, indeed. Thank you, Andrew.
GrindhouseMovie.club and DarkRoseCult.com for more of this.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
How audible is that fan? Probably not at all.
No, that fan's on every week, actually.
Oh, good.
So if anything, if we turned it off, people would be like, hold up.
Yeah.
Wow.
What is this crisp silence in the background?
I don't know if you guys could hear that. I just pulled a hair out of my mouth. I thought that was pretty neat. Thought I'd share that with everybody. I don't know how long that's been in there.
Whose was it is the question.
It's probably mine.
Oh, okay.
My own hair.
That's not as bad.
No, I just don't like, I didn't.
If it was a strange color, then we'd have to have a conversation.
That's fair.
Who you eating? What kind of kids you eating? We're staying on brand.
That's right. I was gonna say bags of hair, which would be on brand as well, I guess.
For you?
No,
you're gonna give yourself a Beezor.
There's bags of hair in this movie. There's hair. People have
There's
hair.
lots of hair in the movie, sure.
Hey, by the way, because I know how you like good stuff.
Yeah. There's tons of it on what you're gonna say next, I'm sure.
That's right. Patreon.com/darkroastcult is where you can go for all kinds of good and plenty.
Fucking well, not the chocolate bars.
Is it even a chocolate bar? I think it's just a terrible little candy that tastes like shit. Is it not like shit flavor? It's like they took the one flavor nobody's ever asked for, and then they were like, well, good, we'll make plenty.
No, I'm picturing like,
what do we call it?
It's good and plenty.
Because there's plenty of it because nobody buys it.
And who the fuck wants... I don't need to be told by my chocolate bar when I've had enough. I make that decision, okay?
That's well and good.
I'll decide when I've had plenty.
You're full.
I'm gonna start chocolate company. It's just gonna be like that. Stop eating it.
You've got to drive. And that'll be like the variation that's got a little bit of rum in it.
Yeah, those ones that they're filled in the center.
Oh man, you got to eat a lot of those.
Only 5. You gotta drive is right on the back of the fucking box.
Oh, I like your business.
You know,
I'm gonna invest.
it's very
Shark Tank
versatile.
style.
Yeah.
So anyway, go to patreon.com/darkroastcult. Put that in there, and for $1 a month,
U.S.
That's right. That's $2 Canadian, I think. Probably they get
It's
us
close.
They get us over the couch with that. It's
probably
pretty
like
fucked up.
180.
Hey America, what are you doing?
Quit it.
You're obviously doing this on purpose. We're just trying to.
As a superpower, you control inflation. Just dumb it down.
I know. All I want to say is like, oh, it's $1 a month and not $1 a month if you're American. If you're anybody else, I hope you've got a mortgage. So I think that means
to
you have
lean against.
Yeah.
For the Patreon, you better be able to refinance your home.
I want to reverse mortgage your house, and then just give it all to.
Yeah.
Tell your grandmother.
We're taking donations.
Tell your grandmother to get a reverse
Stop wasting
mortgage.
it on Indian people over the phone. Give it to us instead.
Yeah. So in an
I
effort,
won't lie to you about whether or not I want to know how your day was first. I don't. Give me the money.
Jay's very up forward,
Yeah.
up forward and down front with what he wants.
Oh, I'm down front.
With what he wants and when he wants it.
Yep.
It's your money and it's whenever
Now,
you want to. Okay, well.
Now
it would be preferred, obviously.
if I say
the
whenever, I'll
banks
get it
aren't
on my
open
deathbed. I
It's
don't
a
want
Sunday, Jay.
Go to the bank.
Anyway, in an effort to give you more bang for your buck, I know how like some people listen to this podcast and they're not like nerds and they're not fucking nerds, so they don't have a Discord. But
You are saying it with a disparaging tone.
hey, I started the Discord.
Yep.
So I'm wearing the crown here.
Yep.
But
King Discord over here.
some of you aren't dirty nerds who've got this app on their phone.
That's me.
And you should have it. Get it.
I don't have it on my phone.
You should get it.
It'll probably crash my phone.
You should get something that doesn't crash.
Yeah.
Anyway, go get it, because if you're a Patreon and you hook those things together, well, I've been trying to make it good for you on there. You know, been trying to give you
Trying to make it real good for you.
I've been trying to make you feel like a god. You know, like you're higher than everybody else. You get your own little role. You can kind of do whatever you want. I don't care. You know, I turn a blind eye. If you want to shove somebody down the stairs, I'm not going to say nothing.
We're fine with that.
I mean, you pay.
Just don't implicate me.
You got $1 a month. Do whatever you want.
Yeah.
It's
That's
international
cheap to
waters
be able to
out
do
here.
whatever you want.
Oh yeah.
Damn.
But I put like some slash command games in there, and there's like an AI image generator.
You
if
got
you want.
Pac-Man?
No.
Oh well.
I got Duck Hunt. I do have Duck Hunt.
All right, you saved it.
It spawns a random duck throughout the Discord, and you have to like slash bang to kill it.
Okay.
It's a thing. Just go there. Go to the
Check that out.
Patreon. God knows how I'm gonna link you to the Discord. I can barely do it to the Patreon, but we'll.
Isn't it like a fucking random string, like an Onion dark web website?
Pretty much, and it changes like every 7 days.
Yeah,
so,
sick. Good of 'em.
If you go to darkroastcult.com, there's a link there too.
Blap.
I'm just putting the links out there. Inquire, come at me.
Within.
Ask me about it. It's on the Instagram.
Yep.
I think this has been the longest plug for anything ever that's not just getting straight to the movie, but I've been working hard, and I would like some people to come check it out.
Yeah. Otherwise, he's got an erection for nothing.
And you know what? That's not even the worst thing, because I can still make do with that. I don't need an audience for that. But no, come. I don't know. There's people in there, and it's a group chat. I forgot to explain what it was. Instead of, I've just been begging you to get it.
You could talk to. I mean, since it's been established that you need to be nerdy in order to have Discord on your phone in the first place, you could talk to other fucking geeks in the Discord all day about horror movies. Poindexter.
Yeah.
Put your glasses up your face and fix them with masking tape.
And if you're cool, there's a chat on there, and if you go on there, it's like a special chat.
What happens in that?
We talk about weed, dog.
Oh shit.
We talk about boxes we put our weed in.
Talking about weed.
Yeah,
I'm calling the police.
So if it's a 420 friendly chat is what I'm. So if you're cool, you're cool. You know what I'm saying? All right.
If you know, you know. All right.
That's the plug. That's the whole gosh darn plug.
If you know, you smo.
Yeah.
Weed.
Sounds like you had a stroke.
I have Tourette's.
Oh God. So what? First of all, 2 sentences or less did you come up with?
Oh, for the movie Stephen King's It, the remake.
Is it even Stephen King's It? It's somebody's It. It's just It.
It's okay. It.
I don't know.
It. I hate that he called the movie that because it fucks up just in conversation, and then there's characters in the movie that go from calling it to calling it he, and it's like, listen, ask its pronouns.
Yeah.
Okay?
I know the 80s were a different time.
It is a little disrespectful.
It is very disrespectful, unless otherwise stated.
I go as it from now on. I'm just a fat clown. If you see the clown, get out of town. Is my 2 sentences or less.
All right.
Because these fucking retards don't leave. They should have just left. Everybody should have just left and said, fuck it.
Yeah, I don't know. First of all,
what are your 2 sentences or less?
Clown down the drain, you're gonna feel some pain.
Nice.
Clown in the gutter, something about some butter. And then
you better
it was,
get some so you can squeeze in.
clown in the sewer. Your butt will be skewered. I don't. There was a lot. They all
This
rhymed.
is all great.
It was all about just like, why are you going up to a clown in the gutter regardless?
Oh, it's a great question.
Do you think he needs help? That's fine.
You could ask someone else.
He's a clown. He can mind his own.
Yeah, he
he's a
can.
grown adult.
And he knows how to put on makeup. He obviously is competent with his hands.
Not once does he ask for help, so I don't know why anybody gets close to this goddamn clown in the sewer.
No, it doesn't make sense.
Anyway,
You're just asking for trouble, you know? Anything in a sewer. Anything that's in a sewer that speaks English and isn't dressed like somebody who works in a sewer.
Yeah.
And even then, be careful.
And it's like somebody in like a hazmat suit, and they're like, "Hey, what are you doing down here? We've been looking for you.
Yeah.
You smell like you've been shitting down here."
I'm in a hazmat suit, so obviously there's danger.
Yeah, and like this is a sewer, so there's always hazmat.
There is. It's littered with hazmat.
Yeah, that's what it's for.
Yeah.
It's for hazmat, which is look, I know not everybody's gonna be like, well, you know, what are they talking about? Not everybody knows the lingo.
Yeah.
The talk of the tongue of the trade.
That's right. We have to. Ooh.
That's the hazmat is hazardous materials, guys.
It is.
Now I don't.
And let me tell you, if you work at a store, you better have the entire data sheet for all of the hazardous materials in the workplace.
I'm gonna tell you.
Wimmis.
My Wimmis is Wamis, and I've not.
Okay.
As in, I'm not up to date on it.
Oh, it's lapsed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll look. I don't.
My Wimmis is Wamis. What the fuck does that mean?
I don't know. if I don't open the beverage myself at work, I don't drink it. So
That's good.
I'm not drinking sewer cleaners and glass.
Don't drink anything
glass
that comes
liquids.
in a plastic jug.
I don't
it's
care.
It's generally a good rule of thumb, unless it's Kool-Aid.
Make it bright blue. Make it whatever color.
Why do you got to make the chemicals delicious colors?
Exactly.
I see white freezy, and I don't think bleach.
No, I think a tropical adventure.
Exactly.
I don't know what white freezy is supposed to taste like.
White freezy.
White freezy. Wow.
I don't actually know. Pineapple?
I hope not, because I like it.
Pineapple or coconut? Both?
Disgusting. You're getting the wrong kind of freezy. Yeah.
Well, I get no kind of freezy. You know why?
Why?
Because I don't like the sides of my mouth cut open on every freezy that I've ever eaten.
Why don't you ever cut the freezy?
I end up sliced
in a round so that they don't have that point.
Because
I know what you're talking about.
Because I wasn't a tool and die maker when I was 8 years old. All right, I'm not out here practicing my carpentry on a plastic bag.
Well, how many times did you eat popsicles before you were like, well, this is enough?
You kind of just endured it.
Doesn't it sting? Like,
oh, fuck
you get the citrus in there?
And then you laugh and you open them up again for like 3 days afterward. It's rad.
I can't.
You end up looking like the fucking Joker by the end of it.
I'm fucking tonguing my side of my mouth.
Just because you hate it. Just because you hate the idea.
I just don't want even like the corners of my mouth to be dry now because it's the same effect.
Yep.
It's the same effect. Point of the story is like if there's a clown in your sewer, what's a good word that rhymes with sewer? Pooer. I just want to say pooer.
Well, there's tons of them. That's why we have a sewer.
Mm-hmm.
That's fine. He's pooey and pooer. I don't know.
I don't know either.
Fuck. I was really trying to stay away from the word Jewer because there's one in the movie. Okay? And now I've said it.
Fuck.
I'm going to do you a favor. Actually, you know what? This movie kind of did you a favor. Because I don't know if you've seen the original.
I have not.
There are a lot of words used for certain characters.
There's a lot
in the original. If you think this one's bad, buckle up.
Stephen.
Oh, Stephen.
Stephen Kingley.
Stephen does the old Huck Finn on us in the original.
Oh,
yeah, he does.
Stephen!
Yeah, he does.
Stephen, you didn't have to use that word.
More than once. And in the movie. See, they just switched one with the other for this.
Oh, they sure did use a word in this movie, too. And I know you're going to... I need something to throw at you because I know what you're going to... Here we go. Okay.
Let me tell you, it's a good thing we didn't do chapter 2. Because if I have to say the words that are said at least once in order to keep the ratio even, an hour of this podcast would be F-slurs. They can't get enough for that word in the second movie.
But the second movie is supposed to be like...
Well, they did the Dumbledore thing. They did the Dumbledore thing where...
Dumbledore does not... He never says that.
No,
In which Harry Potter does he come down those fucking ziggy-zaggy stairs and go, listen here, you little... And I'm going to show you this trick
Did you put your name in the Goblet of Fire? You fucking...
You lunatic, you silly Billy.
You silly Billy.
Did you put
Goodness me, Harry.
What's the Dumbledore thing?
They made a character gay after the fact in order to be inclusive. But here's the problem. It's like doing the Little Mermaid thing where you change the race of the character and people who are that race tend to go, this seems like pandering.
I see what you're saying. Okay.
Anyway, Bill Hader's real gay in chapter 2.
Well, doesn't have to be.
It's just an objective fact about the movie.
He certainly doesn't play the character any which way, so...
No, he definitely... They cast him, and then Pete, you expect me not to say Bill Gator? You expect me not to say that?
Well, yeah, because he's a great big fan of, like, Florida, right?
Oh, yeah. Bill Gator jerky?
Yeah, there you go.
We got there. Stephen King's It starts with a brother being a horrible brother and getting his sibling killed.
Well, does he really? He doesn't get him killed, but he certainly
Fakes
doesn't...
sick and sends him out on his own.
Is he?
He's faking.
Are we sure he's faking?
Yeah, because later on, and this is a second movie thing as well, but he fully blames himself for his little brother's death because he's like, I just didn't want to go out in the rain. Let me tell you, if I don't want to go out in the rain, you can die out there. Rain check. That's what they made them for.
Yeah, I'll get you on another day.
You know?
If I don't want to go out in the rain, I'm probably just going to say that and hope that you also don't want to go out in the rain once I tell you about the rain being terrible.
But my boat. And let me tell you again, if I have to go all the way down into the rickety dark basement by myself to get the boat wax, we're doing it a day when the lights are on.
Yeah, there was not a light in that basement other than the flashlight and like...
Send him down there by his shitty self into the basement where, like, children die in it, and it doesn't even have to be in Derry.
To get scared by the Polish woman's bust and the 2 light bulbs. It's like it's the basement from Home Alone, but less scary.
Because there's real threats down there instead of just 2 middle-aged men. Or a child.
No, there was a furnace in there that was pretty upsetting to look at.
Furnace. You're a huge fan of the Brave Little Toaster. You like when heating objects come to life and are angry.
It was very Brave Little Toaster-esque. I'll give you that.
That AC unit with the Jack Nicholson impression for no reason. Like, why did they make him sound like Jack Nicholson?
I haven't seen this movie in some time. I don't remember. All I remember is that movie actually was pretty terrifying.
It was, yeah. Clown in the shower and tells you to run. Hey, easy task.
Hold on, wait. Are we still talking about the Brave Little Toaster?
Yeah. There's a dream sequence with the toaster.
And there's a clown in the shower.
Yeah, dressed like a fireman. The whole thing being, I'll give you an electric shock because you're an appliance. I promise you that's in this movie, and I'm not delusional.
Are you sure?
Yes,
so
I am.
Why is the clown dressed like a firefighter?
Because he's got a hose full of water in the shower. Which sort of, I mean, it's...
okay.
You know?
All right. I need to revisit this film. It's
a
lot scarier than I remember.
Certainly give it a rewatch.
There was, I just remember like the junkyard with the crane.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's terrifying.
Are you talking about We're Back? Dinosaurs in Manhattan or whatever it's called?
No, I'm talking about, like, don't they end up in a junkyard?
Oh, they do.
And there's like a big scary magnet that's like singing a song about killing things.
Yeah, and the blanket gets sucked in. The little mentally deficient blanket that they've drug with them.
Yeah.
A bunch of competent adults in possessing appliances like Halloween 3. And then you got a heated blanket with the mind of a child. That'll be fun for the adventure.
The simple blanket.
Gilbert Grape over here with this blanket.
Oh, speaking of Gilbert Grape, got the fucking Eddie's mom up in here.
Is that... Oh, because she's fat?
Well, man, she doesn't get up from her chair.
She's barely immobile? She gets up from her chair just long enough to pick him up after he gets his arm broken. And it's weird because that's the same woman. Doesn't look like the same woman at all.
Oh, no, I don't think it is the same woman.
It is.
No.
Yeah, man.
No, I just said that. I just said that out loud. I didn't, no way.
Mm-hmm.
No, because I wrote that because she's just a lazy bitch.
What's Eddie's mom?
Yeah, but that's not the Gilbert Grape lady.
Oh, no. I mean, it's the same woman that comes and picks her up.
Okay,
Or picks him up when his arm's busted.
It's like, there's no way I recognize that lady like that.
And it's like she puts on makeup solely so that she could shame children for having fun in the summer.
Yeah, while one kid's like guts are hanging out. Yeah, we're not gonna be like. And also, do you need to go to the hospital too?
Nah, not worried about that.
I'm on my way. Your guts are hanging out.
I'm busy having Munchausen's by proxy, literally having that in this movie, and that's what that is.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, I mean, it is. It could be. We never really. I mean, all the bully does is like, hey, your pills are nonsense, and he's like, oh, well, if they're nonsense, then they're nonsense.
I'll take that advice from the same chick that wrote Loser on my cast.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's a trustworthy source for medical information.
He's like, what are these pills, Mom? These are gazebos.
Yeah. Why'd they make him say gazebos to an adult also? All your integrity just got ruined.
Because he's a dummy. He's a dumb little fucking kid.
You know who else is a dumb little fucking kid? Georgie. And let me tell you why.
What do you mean? There's no... how could you... What do you mean? No way.
First of all,
dumb little kid.
He sees two glowing eyes in the basement and he shines the flashlight over there. Like, why would you want to see what that is? I know it's just light bulbs, but don't even bother. I don't want to know.
No.
I'd rather not know.
Yeah.
And go upstairs.
Lock whatever it is down there.
Yep.
Let somebody else deal with it.
Just fine. That's my brother Bill's problem when I die.
Yeah, because like when you shine a light on it, if you've learned anything from watching this film,
yeah, it comes right at you.
It comes at you
like fast.
Yeah, faster than sometimes you're ready for, and you squeal. And you've even seen the movie already.
Yeah,
but you still squeal.
You still squeal, huh?
Yeah.
The projector gets me every time.
Oh yeah, that was a good one. That was a good one.
So the other reason why Georgie is a fucking dumb little stupid idiot, he goes out by himself right in this rain so that he could dick around with his boat in the dirty gutter, and there's these public works sawhorses that are set up, right?
Yeah.
And he ducks one, and then he immediately domes himself on the second one. Like, did you really not see number 2 right next to it, right behind it? Yep. You're running in one direction. Also, you have a whole road. Ducking? Go around.
He's got his eyes on the prize, man. He's going after this
brain
boat.
damage is the prize, apparently.
So he puts a boat in the water. I don't know what his brother did to this boat. He
waxed it.
He installed NOS. This boat takes off faster than this kid can travel on foot. And this is like, I'm concerned with the power of the current in this gutter.
Oh yeah.
It is sweeping this boat away.
It's a fucking tsunami. Also, that's Bill's advice to him. It's not about how you stand by your car. It's about how you drive your car. NOS, right? Fast and Furious quote.
Okay.
All right.
So yeah, the boat takes off. He definitely gets fucking clotheslined by the sawhorse.
This kid's
love it.
I wrote this kid's so retarded he should have water wings in the rain. All right.
He really ought to. The boat, like, he just keeps going, and then it goes down the drain. And you know what? When the paper boat goes down the drain,
I don't care how much wax you put on the little edges there.
That's that.
It's done.
That's that.
Guess what? Go home, get another 8.5 by 11, and make another one.
This is why you shouldn't have gone out in the rain.
Yeah.
I don't know what to tell you.
Save the boating for, like, rivers when it's nice out.
You know the rule. 1 sheet of paper per child. And that's all you get forever.
The worst Charles Dickens sequel.
Please, sir, I'd like another sheet. Did you write on both sides?
Single spaced.
Did you even jot in the margins? Fucking orphans.
Didn't even jot in the margins.
Oh, God.
So, it's in the fucking sewer right away for Georgie here.
Oh, it doesn't even, like, catch on anything. That shit slips right in there like a hot dog in a hallway.
Yes, the boat. And then, I don't give a shit how many circuses are down there. Why are we trusting a clown in the sewer for literally any reason?
Yeah, why do we trust anybody who pops their head up in the sewer?
Yeah.
Why? What were you doing down there? I was concerned with the lack of, like, he's getting super close to this clown. The clown is not in distress.
No, it's got a big smile, in fact.
Yeah,
It likes it down there.
Not once has the clown been like, please, please. No, he's like, hey, man, where are your friends? How's your brother? How old is your family? Where do you live?
What's your address? Mother's maiden name and social security number.
Oh, my God.
Pedophile speed run?
I just wrote pedophile.
Yeah. In the way that, apparently the easiest way to get around to circumvent the don't talk to strangers
the loophole
is to give someone your first name.
The fucking, oh my God.
That's it. Bip. 0.5 seconds. That's a world record.
So, what did I fucking write? Oh yeah, when an adult asks a child about their friends and the location of their guardians, it's almost never good. And then this, like, the only time it's good is like, are you lost? Where's your family? You look very dirty.
Do you need help?
Of course, the clown in the gutter's like, oh, where's your brother? He's sick? Well, does he want a balloon? That shit makes it all better.
Yeah, the balloon's got helium in it. Tell him to huff that.
Yeah, would you like a clown's breath in a sack? But yeah, he fucking... What were we doing before we made the rule, don't talk to strangers, Jay?
Probably just talking to him. Talking to him all the time.
Mourning the loss of our children left and right.
Constantly.
If only there was a rule to tell children to stop them from being molested and killed.
Well, that's the problem, right? Is that, like, society develops in a certain way and you gotta create rules in order to augment. Like, you know, they built the interstate and suddenly serial killers were just like, oh, thanks.
Oh, yeah.
I'll go anywhere I want to kill.
A super highway of murder?
Perfect for me. And then we had to, you know, create, like, I don't know, toll roads.
Yeah.
Or something.
And then when the pedophiles took to foot, you know, they can get right into the parks that way. Hey,
shit.
Don't talk to strangers.
Yeah.
But, of course, like you mentioned, the loophole.
Yeah, fastest way. When we're not strangers. You can keep your rule. It doesn't apply to me because I created a name from scratch just now.
I wrote, you're a clown in a sewer. I'm going to need to check a few lists. I need more than a name. I need a police investigation.
What's the name of that website? Like Mad Dog or whatever?
Oh, yeah, Neighborhood Watchdog.
I gotta go on that.
I used to play a really fun game with that where you go on there and you just look at pedophiles and you try and find ones that look like celebrities. And on my Facebook, I made a whole little like.
I
page.
love this game.
Yeah, that's the game. If you get bored, I'm you know what? Go to the Discord and post them there. I'm gonna make a little section.
That's amazing.
It's gonna be called, the game's gonna be called Watchdog LOL.
Like, if Twitter didn't suck, I would tell you to make a Twitter for that. Because Mugshotties exists.
Oh man.
Which is just mugshots of hot girls. That's it.
Now what if I made an Instagram?
Go right ahead.
Now the problem is
celebrity pedophiles.
I just don't want it to become like a, you know, like a place where parents come to be like, am I safe? Is my child safe?
It's going to turn into that.
Yeah. And, you know, is it legal to just post people's mugshots online? Is that even a thing you can do without consent?
It's probably more people be thanking you for like, oh, you're building the registry.
Yeah, that's fair.
We appreciate
that's
that.
Very fair. All right, fine. Fine. Stay tuned.
While Georgie is having this fucking conversation, right? There is an old woman on the porch 20 feet away that sees a child alone in the rain talking into a gutter and does nothing at all.
Not a thing.
The worst neighborhood watch volunteer.
Well,
the cat watched for longer than he did.
The cat had some wide eyes when it saw what it saw.
Well, it makes sense.
Cat's never going to purr the same way again.
No.
Yeah, she does absolutely nothing, seeing this little boy mucking about headfirst in the gutter.
Yeah, soaked.
Like, obviously...
not a parent in sight.
Yeah. But no, he's probably the little shithead of the neighborhood. And he's like, well, I hope he gets hit.
Oh, fucking Georgie's out again. He's
maybe,
off leash.
Maybe he'll drown this time. Why don't I go step on his back a little bit? People might see. So yeah, she doesn't ask a damn question. But Georgie asks all the questions, like, how did you get down there? Like, after how long of talking, you're asking this clown how he got in there?
First.
Yeah. Oh, and you're gonna believe that he got blown away?
Matter of fact, so what did he say? He got blown away from the circus, but then also he's like, the circus is down here. Can you smell the popcorn?
Oh my god.
So which is it, asshole?
Yeah. Your
story's not holding up to scrutiny.
And the last thing you want is a clown that can't keep its story straight. That's suspect number 1. I've seen every episode of Forensic Files.
Also, I don't want Mr. Hankey's Fun Time Shit Circus in the sewer.
Oh,
you know it's miniature and it's shit themed. And different kind of fireball you're on now.
Are we gonna look at the shape of this clown's head at all and just be like, why are you looking like that?
Why? He's surrounded by water. He's got hydrocephalus.
Are you down there because the townspeople chased you down there?
You got water all around you, but somehow your forehead looks like the Sahara Desert half the time. Half the movie, it's flaking away like you got eczema.
How is this circus face paint not oil-based? Come on.
It should be coming off.
You're mucking about in the goddamn sewer. Get your shit together.
Literally mucking, because it's muck down there. Pokemon.
What I do like about this whole... Look, I've not seen the original.
Okay.
Obviously,
I have many times. I was comparing the two while I was watching it.
You shouldn't have. Obviously, the CG is not going to be...
No.
But what I like about this Pennywise, it's not that it's the Swedish Chef. It's that his fucking eyes just kind of wander, you know?
Yeah.
And then he goes into demon mode and they turn yellow. Something I noticed I didn't notice the first time I watched this.
Now, did you know that those eyes are not CG? And they're actually Mr. Skarsgård's fucking problem that he has? His genetic issue that just exists?
I think I did know that, actually. I think I might have known that one. But there's a bit here where he's kind of like, hey, come get your boat. Don't forget to take your boat or whatever. And he's like,
keep the boat. I'll make another. In 30 minutes, I'll make another one.
This would be the point in my life where I learned to make my own boat, because I'm not going to go back into the house and be like, oh, the boat.
A clown took it into the sewer.
Yeah, nobody's going to believe that shit.
No.
You're just an irresponsible kid who, I don't
That's
know.
the worst lie. Yeah. Just say I lost the boat.
Just say you lost the boat, because you did.
Also, like, is Bill really going to give that much of a shit? He didn't even have to get out of bed for that. It's origami for 5 seconds.
Bill's going to kill you.
Yeah. What's the bar for Bill? Like, what kind of sibling violence is going on in this house?
Yeah, for real.
He drops a spoon on the kitchen floor and he gets beat the shit out of by Bill.
And Bill's like a little weak kid, too. It's not like he's really going to rap you anything.
Sick little pussy.
Jesus Christ.
You got a little cough, Bill? You want to go on the ring?
He's like a 10-year-old.
Yeah, grow up.
So yeah, he holds the boat out, like just far, like you know the scene. He holds the boat out. Come on, reach for it. And then when he reaches for it,
well, it's num time.
Well, yeah, he puts his arm gets put in the whole shark's mouth.
It does, because that's what happens when you try to get the hook out of a shark's mouth. In this case, though, it's a boat.
And it just it's good. I like when he crawled away, just like and he's like, Bill.
Fun fact: my mom was devastated by that scene because it doesn't happen in the original.
That movie would be banned.
There's no severed arm drag.
That movie would be fucking banned. Right? Immediately banned.
On the topic of CG versus practical effects, I will say that I prefer the use of CG here, because in the original, it's just Tim Curry with fucking vampire teeth in. Like, that's really it.
It's not that scary.
No, it's unless you're frightened by Tim Curry.
And if you've only seen up until this point, if you've only seen Rocky Horror Picture Show, you're like, oh, these kids are in for some shit. It's not great. It's not going to be good for them. Transylvania's not the place to bring kids. For a couple of reasons. Oh, Tim, no. That is an adult-themed house.
I'm Tim worried.
Oh, for these children, you should be. My God. That's hilarious. I didn't know that it was just... To be honest, I figured they just didn't do the mouth thing, and that was...
Well, he just opens his mouth super wide. He's got prosthetic teeth in. And I'm like, okay. It's like the least scary part of it. The movie itself is not all that scary, to be quite honest. They do that. They have like that stop motion claymation animation in it at some points.
No.
It's made for TV. It's a TV movie.
Well, why are we even bothering? Why is it 2 VH fucking S tapes long?
Right?
What was the point?
Because if they had included the orgy, it would be 3 tapes long.
It had... I am so happy there's no orgy. And
There is definitely no orgy.
There's just a smooch.
Yeah.
Kinda.
And it's, yeah.
There's some shit you don't want to happen that we get
There's
very
some
close.
things.
We get very close to throwing this movie in the trash.
We're going to put it this way real quick. Every adult in this movie is either frightening or just a dick. Those are you either get abusive parent or you get a horribly worse abusive parent.
Or you get a grandfather who's trying to make you kill a sheep with a gun.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Trying to Anton Chigurh this fucking sheep.
Anton
and poor
Chigurh.
Poor Mike wants none of it. And his whole thing is, listen, your parents are dead. So kill this sheep. It's a dog-eat-dog world out there, and we're doing it with sheep. You got 2 places that you could be. You can hold a gun, or you can take the bullet. Now, which one is it right now? Like, are you going to kill me, man? It's me or the sheep?
That's basically what he says. Is, yeah, if you're not making the choices soon, it'll be the bolt between your eyes before you know it.
Good God.
Yeah.
I'm like 9?
Well, welcome to life. Probably shouldn't be having a 9-year-old
fucking around in the murder sheep shit. Yeah, that's too.
Fucking.
Let them deal with it after you've done that.
That haircut should be both from the future and the past.
Something a child would do to a doll.
So, yeah, this long clown arm just kind of like yanks Georgie down there, and I liked that. That was pretty good.
Sure.
It's good effect. Loved it.
The top-down shot with the blood that's disseminating, dispersing throughout the water.
The old fucking lady who looks and goes, oh, blood in the street where there was once a boy. It's a miracle.
That sips tea and goes, well, that's none of my business.
That happened in the street and not on my yard.
Yeah, that's city property. I see the public works shit up. Oh, they're coming. It's fine.
Yeah. Hey, you shouldn't have been playing around there.
I'll tell nobody ever.
I guess that's why those signs were up.
A fucking cat staying on that porch for the rest of its life.
Literally tells nobody about anything and then dies an old bitch. Oh, shit. So... Yeah, I guess we're traveling in time. There's a little... I liked the intro sequence. It was like a tunnel that, it spins around. You get the word "it" in your face.
Mm-hmm.
And then here we are in Derry, which I'm pretty sure is just some town in Ontario that we've renamed.
Ontario. Was this shot in Canada?
I think it was. Google it. I'm pretty sure it was.
So every one of Stephen King's books takes place in Maine.
Yeah, well, Maine looks like a lot of places.
It sure does.
You going way up there, huh?
Real middle of the road, Maine.
Drag that fucking guy out.
I wouldn't be surprised if there was a town in Maine called Middle of the Road.
Middle of the road. Here's some woods.
Where are you from? I'm from Milquetoast, Maine.
I'm from deep in the woods. from butt fuck scary old man telling you not to go there place. I'm from the Pet Cemetery, spelt with an S for some fucking reason.
Yeah, we had a kid do it. They fucked up.
Yeah, Jesus Christ, you couldn't spell cemetery.
I don't have enough iron to weld a C. We wasted it on the S.
Heaven forbid.
Like an old Taco Bell sign.
Yeah, thanks for moving up here. Yeah, by the way, we just been burying dead animals in your backyard, and that's the way it's gonna be.
And Indians. And I say Indians because they call them Indians, okay?
They call them Indians in this movie, too.
They sure do.
I don't remember what they said, but I remember going, come on now.
You know?
Anyway, so, yeah, it's June 1989.
Yeah.
Oh, the year of 1989.
I'm going to tell you something that pissed me off. We're going to just get it out of the way right now.
Tell me one thing that pisses you off, Jay.
So the original movie takes place in the 1950s. And then that movie was from 1980. Later on in this movie, Somebody makes a Molly Ringwald joke because one of the characters just has short red hair.
They sure do.
So I had to look up to make sure, because this one takes place in 88 or 89. And what the fuck is that? Ghosts?
You're the plumber, man. That sounds like it's coming from my drain.
Must be windy outside. So I had to check and make sure that Molly Ringwald was famous, and she was by like 2 years.
You're damn right.
I'll tell you what wasn't out yet. Nightmare on Elm Street 5
Are you sure?
came out a year after this movie takes place, because I looked it up.
Now, how about this one? When they are about to carve up Ben,
Yeah.
the one kid with the lighter and the Zippo says, "I'm going to burn you like Michael Jackson." That shit actually happened.
Yeah, it did.
So what year was that?
I couldn't tell you, but he still had the Jerry curl, so I think he was probably still black.
Well, somebody email us at grindhousemovieclub@gmail.com.
Yep.
Because we don't research anything.
No.
I did note that, and then I was like, I could look that up, but I'm
It
not
did a
gonna.
cursory Google search to make sure that chronologically it made sense, and it does and doesn't at the same time.
Well, hey, what are you gonna do about it, Jay? Email the Skarsgårds. See if they care. You might get there's one that's like a doctor, isn't there?
I have no idea.
Or am I thinking of the other ones, the Australians?
You got Alexander, and I think you have like
You got Bill. You got Bill and Alexander.
Bill and Alexander.
And I'll tell you what.
Which sounds like a lotion company.
Both of them together are a lot of face.
Oh, lots of face on there.
There's all kinds of angles and shapes.
And then I think the dad from Mama is also a Skarsgård. I think
the mama from Mama's a fucking Skarsgård.
They're like the way that in the second movie it's the same. It's worse anyway. The way that you could tell Guillermo del Toro had his grubby little paws all over this fucking movie with the monster designs.
Wait, this movie?
You got that mush face woman from the painting?
That's my
favorite thing. You tell me that's
thing.
not fucking Mama, all right?
Somebody
called up Guillermo and was like, what should a bitch look like from a painting in a synagogue?
Stretch her out. Make her look loopy. I want eyes on one side, mouth on the other. Or make her crinky cronky.
Exactly. It's my favorite word to use. I'm Guillermo del Toro.
I imagine Guillermo del Toro with dogs like this.
He has it in every script like a tour rider. The monster's got to be crinky cronky at some point.
It better be the most crinky.
Green M&Ms in my trailer, or else I don't shoot.
What I want you to do is watch Mama and do Mama.
Yeah.
Do a Mama right here.
Do that Mama shit.
Fuck, that's my.
And even the leper too. That's
good old Del Denbrough makes his movies all goopy.
He does.
I don't know. I tried my best to say his name, but at no point did I hit one part of it. I kept saying sounds until.
No, you did. I heard it all.
Yeah.
It was close enough.
No, I don't think anybody at home even batted an eye, to be honest.
No, they're used to it.
Ah, yes, fucking that guy.
Oh, that mush mouth.
Anyway.
I don't give a shit about this whole school scene, to be honest, aside from because this is obviously the introduction to all these kids, but at one point Eddie describes Stanley's rite of passage as a Jewish boy.
Oh, don't. It's a very... Look, these children are very anti-Semitic.
They are.
A lot of anti-Semitic things are said.
And mom fucking things. A lot of mom fucking.
A lot of mom fucking and hate crimes.
So his having to recite the Torah from memory as a part of his progression from boy to man.
No.
Is described as a super Jewy test. Some sort of super Jewy test.
And then what do? They draw
the Star of David on his forehead and he shoots lasers out of it later, probably.
No, they also say that they clip the tip of his dick off.
Yeah, they do that.
And then he turns around and they go, "Where is it?"
Show
they
me
make
it.
they in a roundabout
where's
way.
the tip?
They make a very roundabout way of saying he has a small dick. Like he's gonna have a hard time finding the tip.
Right.
Because it's all tip.
It's like an acorn.
Yeah, it's like an acorn in a very small sock. Big acorn, little sock. You know what I'm saying?
In a baby sock.
It's like an apple in a baby sock.
Yeah. Ooh!
There you go. These fucking anti-Semitic kids saying horrible things as they walk past these people who are bullies. Apparently, I don't know.
Yeah.
I tried to.
That's the Bowers gang, and you can tell that they're bullies because they're all the tallest or fattest in school. Those are your two options for bullies, and the one guy who is the flamethrower later on looks like an adult man. I had to look up his age. He's fucking 19.
He looks like Kylo Ren.
Yes, he
That's
does.
what he looks like. He looks
Adam
like
Driver.
Yeah, he looks like fucking Adam Driver.
Adam Driver's son.
Did you know Adam Driver isn't British?
Adam Passenger.
I thought he was.
I didn't think that he was.
I did. And I don't know why.
What, does he have a British accent in shithead Star Wars that sucks?
I don't know.
What could he have a British accent in? Because I know him from Marriage Story and like
I'm sorry you
The
watched
Dead
that.
Don't Die. No, it's great.
I'm sorry you watched that one
It's
too.
all right. The Dead Don't Die was funny as fuck.
No, it wasn't.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you, if you got anywhere past the first 5 minutes of that film,
What happens in the first 5 minutes that you hate?
it's very slow. So you must have had it on like ×2 mode, so that it all.
It's dry comedy.
I know,
Simon Pegg.
but there's no Simon Pegg.
No, he could be in it though.
Now, and had he been in there, I would have been like,
Some Bill Murray.
it's fine.
Go back and watch Caddyshack and you tell me that that's a fast-paced, action-packed romp.
I've never seen it.
Yeah, it's boring.
If it's
People
not,
are like, oh, that's one of the funniest movies ever made. Boring as shit watching a man golf for like 10 minutes of movie.
and a gopher dance. To I'm all right. Don't nobody work. No, I'm good.
It's clearly a puppet.
It's a fucking 80s
And Chevy
film,
Chase
okay?
is overrated. And I could tell you that about any movie that Chevy Chase is in that's not National Lampoon.
Nah, those movies suck too. He's even in this movie, Jay? I've never seen it.
Caddyshack, yeah, he is.
Oh shit. Well, I guess he's in every 80s thing, isn't he? He's just
Yeah,
there.
he's the guy from that time period.
And now he's the racist.
Yeah, he's the fat, old, dementia-riddled curmudgeon.
Racist.
He should be cast as Ebenezer Scrooge in a movie. He'd probably do great. Just film him at home.
Just film him at home when anybody of any other ethnicity asks him for money. That's
Oh, no.
so fucking
Like, again, like, there's not really a whole lot that happens. Like, fucking Beverly Marsh is in the stall.
Yeah.
And she's getting bullied by a chick who's just pissed off that her name's fucking Greta.
yeah.
I'd be mad, too.
Greta's the frumpy girl, and and she's spreading rumors that Beverly is getting it.
Yeah.
From everybody.
From everybody.
From every single person.
One of the best deliveries of the word slut I've ever heard, just because it was bad. But, like, at the end of the I don't know, are you alone in there, or do you got 50 guys in there? Huh, slut! Like, she didn't say it the first take. Okay, make sure to say, huh, slut at the end.
Yeah, we want everybody to know that you think that she is a
Indeed,
hussy.
yes.
Yeah. Really enunciate the sharp T on slut. I want that slut to be a slippery, just a sluh. And then you go, ot! Like you've fallen. And you've hit your spine. That's how you say it hatefully.
You stubbed your smallest toe on a door jamb.
And it's gone, and you felt it hit the top of your foot.
Felt the nail peel back. Yeah, enjoy that.
So she gets a trash bag of dirty old water dumped on
Yeah,
her.
which is, I mean, I'd go home.
I would, yeah.
I understand that her home life's not great.
Yeah, I'd probably just...
I'd go to the arcade. Every kid's gonna smell like garbage in that arcade anyway.
I'd probably just go to the police station and be like, everything's bad.
I'm getting touched
take
by
me
a
to
guy
an
who
orphanage.
wishes that I was my dead mom.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. It's gross. It's a whole gross part of this film that we're slowly...
It's
the
true.
more we talk about it, the more
it's coming up.
Yeah. So be prepared for that, everybody. We find out there's a 7 p.m. curfew because guess what?
Oh, well, kids are going missing all the time.
And look, if I'm going missing, the first place I'm going to be, if you need to find me and I'm a child that's missing,
Yeah.
oh, I went right to school that day, that's for sure. Yeah? Nothing's wrong.
Let's be sure to have the cops out front of the school just in case she turns up here.
The mom just waiting hoping the daughter's going to like come down the stairs of the
Like
school.
she's on a widow's wharf?
Yeah. Yes, Mom. Your daughter loved school so much that despite not coming home for days,
Yeah.
she didn't miss that last day of school.
Well, one more tardy and she gets sent back a grade.
I don't know what it matters. Can they even do that on the last day of school? Does that day even matter?
There's no way. It's a miracle that there's that many kids at school.
Yeah.
How the fuck did Henry Bowers and his gay little posse, his little West Side Story posse, Why would they even come in? They came in so that Henry Bowers has his ear pierced on the gay side.
Stop saying
All right?
that. So yeah,
Talking about giving kids free rides.
there's a whole little there's like, hey, what are we gonna do with our summer? And I think
let's list off a bunch of fun things for kids, and then in comes Buzzkill Bill Denbrough. We are going to the Barrens to look for my dead brother's corpse. All of us, come with me.
I heard you guys wanted to go swimming and jump off of a swing set into a pool.
Here's a sewer hole instead.
Yeah, no, my brother is out there, guys. And, we haven't seen him for months, so he's
I put a bunch of
definitely still
hamster
out
tubes
there.
together like a project manager and pretended that was conclusive evidence for my dad, who actually is a city planner.
Oh, my God.
Which is
that.
it's like you go to the doctor's office, you try to tell him like what kind of sickness you have.
You pull out all your files and just lay them out. Look, here's what I think.
Listen, I own guinea pigs, so it must be cancer.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. They also. Oh God. They bump that poor Jewish boy, and they take his yarmulke and they call it a frisbee.
They say, yeah, frisbee.
And
nice hat.
And then they whip it into the bus
Yeah.
as it drives by. Ugh.
Kid couldn't have thrown that back out the window. Like, you dropped something.
Exactly.
Have some courtesy.
Give me that hat.
It's the only Jewish in the whole town. That synagogue is full. It's at capacity of like 10 people.
Well, it's a small.
Yeah.
I don't know what to tell you.
And still more racially diverse than any of the small towns that I grew up in. It's not just the one black kid who was also adopted by whites. No, we got a whole black family. And also Jews.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I grew up in a lot of small towns that weren't very racially diverse.
Well, I'm talking about missing children, Jay.
Yeah.
I wrote when you're missing child, the one place you should. Sorry, when you are a missing child, the one place you aren't is at school.
Yeah.
Unless the janitor is also missing, check the school.
Henry, at this point, mentions that you weren't getting bullied because your brother disappeared. Why does that change whether or not he bullies the rest of the losers club?
Yeah,
their brothers didn't disappear,
and like his free ride is over. Well, his brother's still missing.
Yeah, the free ride should probably go on until the case is closed.
Maybe the free ride should last for life, and you should stop, using anti-Semitic and
homophobic remarks.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right out of his mouth, nice and loud in front of cops and parents who do nothing.
The cops break up the little tussle by taking down his sunglasses.
Yeah,
later
that's all
on,
it takes.
Later on, you learn that's his dad,
Yeah.
so of course he didn't have to do much.
No, he doesn't even have to take the belt off. You can just hear it from afar at this point.
Well, he does something far more worse than
No,
taking
he does.
the belt. Oh my God.
That's what I mean. Every parent sucks.
Mm-hmm. So then they're like, I wish he'd go missing. Of course, me too. And then I feel bad because I didn't get his name until far enough into the.
Fat Ben? Did you call him Fat Ben? Big Ben? Like the clock?
Well, I didn't get his name, Jay. That's the thing.
Ben,
so
it's time.
So I couldn't have used the word Ben.
You know,
is what I'm saying.
So you just called him Fat Boy in your notes, probably.
Call him Chubby.
You called him Chubkins?
I said Chubby.
Yeah.
Nothing more.
You call him Marshmallow Peep?
I did not. I just called.
He eats those all day.
So we got. His name is Ben, and we learned that pretty much immediately. I'm pretty sure. That his name is Ben.
Yeah, because fucking Beverly writes right in his yearbook with his name on it.
Yeah,
it's right there in the book.
Yeah, and I didn't put it together till far later into the
ableist to remember only names of people who are skinny.
Oh no, I didn't remember anybody's fucking name.
No, there's too many.
And like for a while, I didn't even believe that the one kid's name was Bill. I was like, there's no way it's Bill. There's no way all these kids have simple fucking
you got
names.
Bill, Ben, and Beverly. Sick.
What is this, the 80s?
Well, yeah.
Everybody's named after something simple, like a person.
I was like, what else would they be? Horrible, weird-ass things. Chastity. Easiest way to turn your daughter into a slut is name her Chastity or Purity or Prudence.
Cristal.
Yeah, or that. Yeah, name her after a liquor.
Or Jay.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I don't know. That's kind of the scene there. I didn't really write much because
That's what I mean. There's nothing to write. I wrote Ben the Clumsy Oaf because he knocks over his own fucking paper mache project.
Right.
Because he's just entranced by a hot girl nearby.
Yeah.
And she knows what the fuck she's doing, dude. She's like trying to serve cunt this whole movie with that fucking, she's batting her eyelashes around, getting close to boys half naked. What do you expect?
Yeah.
Put out.
She really didn't. I mean, with the underwear bit.
Yeah.
Steven.
She's laid out on a towel.
Steve.
Everybody's just staring. She's just letting it happen like she's a fucking rotisserie pig.
We're looking at you, Steven. Did you write this?
Steven, Mr. King.
Did you write it like that? I haven't seen the first one, Steven. You better not have written it like that, Steven.
The flamethrower bully there, whose name I didn't get. I think it's...
Did they say it at some point?
It's got a P in it.
He's got a name.
It's like Parker or something. Dressed like he's ready for breakfast at a nice restaurant with the button-up shirt. Well, you got Henry Bowers, who always wears cut-off sleeve wife beater tops and a shit mullet. Then you got Fatty, who burps everywhere.
Yep.
And you got nothing and nobody because he like has 2 lines in the movie. And then this flamethrower, fucking Charles Manson, who's like loves fire.
Yeah. Yeah, he really thinks he's gonna do something with that Axe body spray and the Zippo.
Yeah, like it's not gonna run out in 30 seconds with him using it every 30 seconds.
And like the flame is never gonna go back inside the can and explode.
Oh yeah, that'll never happen.
Never. Not in the 80s when they never thought of that. So she tells him like, hey, bullies are looking for you over there.
Mm-hmm.
And then they're like, okay, bye. And then they both leave in the same direction while he listens to New Kids on the Block. Ben loves New Kids on the Block.
Oh, yeah, he does. First ever recorded simp behavior from Ben right away. Mm-hmm. Like, if she had been, like, carrying my books home for me, he'd be like, uh-huh. Can I have some bath water?
Was that the sound of cum and pants?
Probably.
Cumin pants.
Cumin pants.
Thank
All
you.
right.
Yeah.
Well seasoned.
Yes. So we're here we are. Bill's getting home. Billy's home. By the way, his home address is 124. Thought that was kind
nice.
It's, I saw that. And his dad's upset.
Yeah.
Dad's pissed.
Well,
Why is dad upset, Jay?
Yeah, because you keep going into my study, taking my fucking planning, my blueprints, right? Mm-hmm. Taking the hamster's play place apart, ruining his birthday, and pouring dirty backwater garden hose water down the tubes so that the second you put him back together for the hamster, he gets sick and dies. So that you can prove that your little brother went down a hole a certain way. It changes nothing. Unless he's Survivor Man, he's dead at the bottom of the hole regardless. Thanks for the science experiment, Adam Savage.
Yeah, when I first saw this scene, I was kind of on the kid side. I'm like, oh, hey, why is his dad being such a fucking dick?
Oh, because he's mourning the death of his son.
Yeah. The second
and every time you come home from school and I go in the garage, you bring it up again. Your mother is not even in the movie. I assume she's killed herself with grief.
I think I think it might have been implied that she's playing the piano. She plays the piano in the first scene, and that's all you see.
Yeah,
of her.
His dad goes, "Take this apart before your mother sees it." So she is around.
But
right. I think probably getting her outside is a bit difficult right now.
Right, because
at this stage,
because there's drains everywhere,
and the mourning, and also the crippling depression.
Yeah, of her child being sucked down a drain.
Yeah, I can't look at my other son because he let the dead one go out in the rain by himself.
That's right.
He
wasn't even sick.
It's a miracle that Bill still lives with his parents and they haven't taken him to a fire station already.
I don't know. I think there's a certain age you're just not allowed to do that anymore.
You can also just leave them there at any age.
All right. Oh, right. So yeah, I wrote. At first I was on this kid's side, but as I wrote that the last bit being his dad is upset with him because he has set up a hamster tubes with an action figure to simulate his brother dying in a storm drain.
Disrespectful representation of a dead child.
Oh, it is, yeah. As soon as I wrote that, I was like, oh, wait. I fucking get it. I get it. No, this makes sense.
Now that I've read it on paper.
Yeah, wait a minute. Now that I'm seeing this out loud, what a little bastard fucking kid.
Look,
not only that, he's like going into his dad's like shit, and stealing his work,
posting it up on the wall, and then spraying hose water all over the garage, ruining his prints probably all the time.
My God. Inconsiderate.
You know? It is. So then now, it's the way that these movies go on is, and it's the same with the second one, is you get everybody's sort of solo story before they'll meet up, before they'll find each other.
Yeah.
And this one is Mike's, where he can't even deliver meat without being told to leave town because of his skin color.
Oh, man.
He can't even bike meat around.
Now, are we sure it's because of that? And
We're on patrol. Well, why the fuck else would he say, get out of my fucking town?
Because he brings his bike to the alleyway and leans it up against the dumpster.
I mean, that was a bad choice.
With the raw meat. And he come... You know, if I drove down the street and I saw a kid delivering raw meat and it was leaned up on a dumpster, I'd be like,
yeah.
You need to get out of town, sir.
I need to eat that.
Yeah, you're going to get us sick.
On to your point, but I think the larger, more glaring issue with his meat delivery system is that it's just packaged in the meat paper, baking in the sun while he bikes from one store to another. So
That's exactly the issue I'm having.
One store gets good meat, and it's the one closest to the sheep he just killed.
Yeah.
Everybody else, the maggots in the meat, probably.
Why would they let this system carry on for more than one day?
You can't put a cooler around strap a cooler to your back or something?
You can't drive it. You all have a car. It's the fucking 80s. It's not the 50s where that's okay.
All right, since you're not going to kill the sheep, you get to drive around with meat stink all day.
Hey, we got to get this meat to the butcher to get it on that one block of ice they just brought from out west.
So his little it vision is of his parents not being able to open a door that he didn't at all help to open while they were burning alive in a house.
Yeah, that story really didn't add up for me when he was like, yeah, so I was in a burning building and my family were on the other side of a door trying to get to me.
Yeah,
and
but it was too hot.
What did I do?
Well, you sat there and watched it happen.
But I didn't die.
So here's the thing, right? They cracked the door open because obviously they had to do that because their hands, they were trying to open it and all you could see was the fucking hands coming out. Backdraft. You're dead. Everybody's dead.
Huge fireball.
You know?
I've seen the movie.
The second you open a door.
Have you seen the movie Backdraft?
Ask a fighter to fire.
I ask anybody who's been in a backdraft, they'll tell you.
No, they won't because they're dead. Is the thing.
So he's got the meat, leaned up on the dumpster, and all these hands are coming through.
Uh-oh.
Hold on.
Good God, these cats. Well, she knows what she did.
Woo!
Real close to spilling something. Real close to hitting a pause. Fucking up Audacity with your feet.
Man.
Hit the pause button.
Yeah.
Because she has 4 of them.
Oh, man. Cat almost hit the pause button.
Mm.
You know, because she has 4 of them.
It's a good joke. I like that one.
Fuck it. And so Pennywise pops this door open.
He does.
I don't know what he's doing down at the end of this dark hallway in the cold room.
I think he's like choking a sheep out. That was my assumption because it sounds like sheep noises.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if it was like a dead sheep kind of like swinging on a hook, but then it kind of turns into him, or if he was just going to town on a sheep on a hook. Either way, he like slowly turns around and he's got these glowing yellow eyes.
He's courteous enough to wave.
Yeah, in a way that says, you should come here so I can murder you.
Yeah.
And not, you should come here, I've got milk. Or whatever they drink in the 80s.
The milkman waves differently. It's a much more welcoming wave, especially to your mother. If the stereotype is to be believed.
Poor Eddie's mother.
This is an example of the only time in history where racism has saved a black person.
Go on. I'm
listening. Pennywise is coming right at him, basically. He's right there in the meat locker like, come here. And then Bowers and his crew squeal up just long enough to flick a cigarette and be like, we don't like your kind around here.
Yeah.
And that works. Pennywise is like, I've met my match here.
Wow.
With danger to this child specifically.
I am not the worst thing to happen to America.
Not even the worst thing to happen to Mike today.
Yeah, he didn't even really care about me. Shit.
He had more pressing matters to attend to.
I did the wave. I stood ominously. Wow. And what they said was so simple. It's like I don't even have to try
this hard.
Pennywise
definitely said it all the time. In the circus?
Circus people are racist is what we're trying to say. So then like finally the butcher comes out and he's like, hey, are you okay? I heard them basically be racist to you really out loud.
And peel out.
Like proudly racist with no regard to anybody.
Do you have my meat, though?
Yeah. Are you okay? I see the meat's up on the dumpster, so I'm gonna...
I'm just gonna back order that.
Yeah, no meat for today then, huh?
Because it might as well be in the dumpster now.
It might as well be.
You know what else is in that dumpster? Rotting meat all the time.
The meat from yesterday that you didn't quite get here in time.
Yeah. Fuck.
That's what I had to do with it. You sack of fucking shit.
Stanley's whole character backstory is that he's bad at being Jewish.
That's true.
He's got one job and he can't even memorize a book for like a day. And he's the rabbi's son, which is so... Oh my god, dude.
Wow, his dad must
The flip
be
side of this
super
is like,
embarrassed.
okay, imagine Hitler had a kid and the kid was like, well, I kind of like him.
I refuse to imagine. I mean, I wish I could have imagined, but...
Like, you're such a disappointment. I've built all of this for you.
Wow, you've really brought great dishonor upon your family, Hitler.
So he fucks up the Torah reading, and his punishment is take the book into the office. And if you know anything about Hasidic Jews, alone in an office is not where you want to be with one if you're a child. However, the most threatening thing here is not the rabbi, but it's the painting that why would anybody have this painting? Why the fuck would you have... Like, what even is it?
There's not a person on this planet Earth that is enjoying this painting.
There can't be.
This is the kind of painting you get at the back of a Spirit Halloween, and it rattles and goes, ooh.
The lights the eyes flash when you plug it in.
That's exactly, and it knows when you walk by.
Fucking Picasso was drunk when he painted this. And you expect to hang that in a dark office and not and it's not gonna come to life and attack kids?
Well,
that's the painting that does that.
The second this boy walks into the office, he's already shielding his eyes because he knows that the worst painting in the world is hanging on the wall.
We're used to this terrifying nightmare that my dad insists on having up.
Again with this painting.
Every day with the painting.
So it's like askew. The painting's like and
fix it. Why touch it?
Look, if the best way to describe this person in the painting is Mama. Mama with a flute.
That's what I'm saying.
Mama got a jazz flute and she's got a whole new groove.
Yeah.
It's still pretty unsettling.
Probably pretty difficult to play the flute well with your sinuses and mouth all fucked up like that.
I got a feeling that this is like there's no way this wasn't played by the same person.
It could very well have been. It's one French guy with Marfan syndrome just making bank because people keep liking rickety people.
Guillermo, do you need more rickety? We do!
Get the guy! Not Doug, the other one.
Yeah, get the one we need less makeup for. Get the one that's already like this. So, fucking the worst painting he's ever seen. I don't know why he decides to skew it the right way. Why would you ever
That's what I mean.
walk
Don't
up
touch
to it? Don't touch it. Don't
Leave
get near it.
It's probably meant to be askew.
Honestly, the painting is so terrible. If you put there's no upright.
Exactly.
It's always down wrong. That's that's the only way this painting can be hung.
Fuck.
So we askew it, and then we put the book back. We put I'm guessing it's the Torah back on the shelf.
Yeah.
I don't know why he couldn't have just left the Torah there. There's plenty of Torah.
It's got like a sacred platform, probably. If I were to guess.
I think he just jams it on a bookshelf, though.
I like you're letting him touch it with probably peanut butter fingers too, because kid.
This is the kid's Torah.
It's got crayon colored in it.
Junior Torah.
Somebody scratched out all the words for like go to your room.
So fucking we do this pan around thing where because we hear a noise and like I guess we see that the painting has fallen off.
Mm-hmm. And the frame is empty, I believe.
It sure is. You know what? Don't even need to figure that out. Leave it where it is.
Yeah, where's the door?
Yeah, that painting, it was up on the wall when I came in.
Watch
I don't know.
Not at all I look around the room when I leave.
Yeah.
I just leave the room.
Oh my God.
Your painting fell. See ya.
Painting fell. Lady gone. Why are we even
Lady
here?
gone.
What are we doing? And then, oh my God, the door opens and there's like the most unsettling jazz flute you've ever heard. Because you know where it's coming from. Like, she's not in the picture frame.
Yeah.
What else is playing the jazz flute?
Nobody's snapping their fingers for this performance.
Yeah. So then, you hear her drop the flute, and then...
Well, that means it's game time.
Yeah, she, leans in with the big old smirk and the teeth.
Yeah.
Oh, the teeth!
I'm good.
Cut to snack pantry raid.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you're hungry.
Yeah, I think what's his name? He just ran out of the room, and then we cut to this. I forgot his name.
That is what happens. Stanley.
Stanley. I almost called him Elliot.
Why?
I was
Not even an Elliot in here.
I know. I was watching Scrubs earlier today.
Oh.
I know.
Scrubs and Breaking Bad.
Hey, man.
All right.
I live in a very specific time period. So, from the talk that these boys make here, I gather that they are working their way up to going into the sewer.
Yeah.
Well, what else do you do in the 80s, right?
You need snacks for that.
You sure do. You definitely want to eat where people have shat. That's...
You want to have a picnic. Just throw out the shawl.
Put down the tarp and then the blanket.
Yeah.
Because there's shit every fucking where.
And the plastic wrap. Yeah, Eddie's mom has Munchausen's by proxy. We can tell this because out of the two people in this family, only one of them really cares about how sick they are, and the other one cares about how sick everyone else is because he's always sick.
This is true.
But he never shows a symptom. He's always just a fucking fine little boy, Eddie. And then we got this menacing tub of Jabba the Lard Hutt sitting in the one recliner she could fit in her whole hoarder house. Give me my sweaty kiss now.
Yeah, that was
and
so
somehow Richie
weird.
still wants to bang her. Like this is fucking Richie's wet dream.
No, I think he's more just trying to call Eddie's mom a whore. I don't think he's into it so much as just trying to get a rise out of Eddie by calling his mom a dirty fucking whore.
I mean, all right.
Taking all the dick as a dirty whore does. At one point, he's like, "I'm itchy," and I'm like, "Well, do you use the same toilet your mother does?"
Yeah, you've got crabs.
Crabs.
Great. According to the trivia page, a lot of the conversation between Richie and Eddie specifically was improv from them. Which explains why it's so fucking vulgar, because they're children.
Yeah. You mean we can say anything because I was in Stranger Things? Well, guess what?
Fuck a lot.
Yeah.
A lot of fuck.
Yeah. Yeah, Mom. Let me say this
talking
at
about
home.
my little penis.
I'm going to get all the fucks and cocks out right here, Mom. On the set you are right here, Mom. Listen to me say
very, very probably.
All the words I could think of.
Yeah.
Wiener, Mom. Stupid dick.
Huh, Mom?
Bastard, Mom, you bitch.
It's for the movie. It's for the movie.
Anyway, yeah, I mean, I believe it. I honestly would absolutely believe it.
Yeah.
Regardless of whether it's true or not. These kids have potty mouths.
They sure do.
There's no way, for sure. So we're riding our bikes to the fucking who God knows where.
Yeah, just around town, because what else is there to do at shithead Derry?
We'll get watched by Ben.
Yeah.
He's looking out the window. You know, your life sucks. Your life fucking sucks when a librarian is like, get out of here.
When
You
a
need to
librarian
go.
questions whether or not you have friends.
Yeah.
It's like, excuse me, bitch, you work here. Where's your son?
He's fucking... He's writing a love letter to...
This awful, awful poetry that he's writing.
Okay, is it his poetry or is this a poem that exists? Because
I have no idea.
Either way, it fucking sucks.
It's probably his.
Look, I'm not a poet. This poetry fucking sucks, though. Steven, your poem fucking sucks. You picked a shitty fucking poem.
And the subject matter of the poem comes up later with a certain kind of importance.
Sure.
Your hair is winter fire, January embers. My heart burns there too. Where? In her hair? That's hot.
Yeah, fuck yeah. Your hair is
how romantic. I want to catch fire in your hair.
What is this, Head and Shoulders and cum?
Head and Shoulders?
Yeah. That's what I'm holding on to. Well, I cum.
Oh, Ben's a little freak.
He is. He's a fucking weirdo.
So he's reading this fucking book of horrible things that have happened in town.
Yeah.
Because when you don't have any friends in town, read about the worst things that have happened around you.
Well, when you're new in town and everybody you know seems to disappear, yeah, I might look up some shit too.
Yeah. Which buildings do I watch out for and not go in?
Which one are these kids going into and getting their shit diddled?
Up and down. With multiple teeth and long tongues.
Oh, don't worry about it. The house labels itself.
It sure does.
The fact that this
renovation be damned. Bring a surveyor in here.
How about we just close down the block?
How about you just set it on fire?
What is this?
Detroit?
Jesus.
Yes. I said Gary, Indiana while I was watching it.
Ah. Well, when you say that, I say Erie, Indiana.
Nice.
And I don't think that's a real place.
It is. But I believe that it is anyway. Oh, Nick's going to correct the shit out of me.
In my heart, I would like it to be because that show was ballin'.
It was not bad.
It was ballin'.
It's like you take Goosebumps or Are You Afraid of the Dark, adds more aliens.
Yeah.
Add more aliens and weird shit.
And then like, you know, Lake Erie.
Yeah.
And you spell it like that.
Lake Erie.
And then it's also Indiana, so everybody in Indiana's like, hell yeah. I don't think we can buy liquor on Sunday, but we got Erie, Indiana. You guys catch that new Erie, Indiana? Let's all take a trip to Erie, Indiana. That place doesn't exist. Let's kill ourselves. We live in Indiana.
That's the exact line of conversation for anybody in Indiana.
Fuck, the 90s were dark for every Indian who found out that Erie, Indiana was not a real place.
Every Indian.
No!
Oh, whoops.
You're not allowed to say that, Jay. They're natives.
What if I was talking about Indians? There's none there. There's not a single one there.
There might be. I mean, I'm sorry if you're in India. If you're
he got the Mike Anslin treatment.
You've gone from India to Indiana. There's two different places.
You've gone from Indian to Indiana. It's like a comedy on HBO about a family from like Jaipur, and they moved to Indiana to like corn farm, and that's the slogan. From Indian to Indiana. That's the name of the show, actually.
Jesus, this is some fresh off the boat shit.
Yeah.
Which I've never seen and never will see.
No, I have no idea what that is. Was that Amy Wong, that dumb slut?
Jesus Christ. It's like you just say a name and then just say a cuss word.
Yeah, it's easy.
So yeah, the librarian's like, hey,
here's your fucking books, you loner, you shithead.
Hey, by the way,
you antisocial fat freak.
Boys are supposed to be outside. And this is like a great bit of advice coming from somebody who's been locked away with the books their entire life. So obviously you want to
Don't be like me.
Do you know how long it took me to find this book? I knew you wanted it before you did.
The librarian's Pennywise. The librarian actually in this scene is fucking Pennywise if you pay hard enough attention. Because as Ben's pouring through this book, that has about a dozen pages of a child's severed head in a tree, closer and closer, procedurally.
Is it not his severed head?
Like a flip book.
I'm pretty sure it's his.
It may be, but I didn't pick that up.
And the fact that he didn't just go and flip it like a flip book.
He should have. Have you never read a Captain Underpants?
Have you never fucking picked up an Animorphs?
Yeah.
What's wrong with you?
In the background, this other old-ass librarian turns around and stares ominously at him every time they cut to a front-facing shot of him.
Yeah, I didn't notice that, but everybody else in the background is just, like, motionless. I did notice they just stopped moving.
And that is a thing that happens a few times. However, this kid's dumb, because if you see a floating red balloon going across the library into the dark basement and nobody's acknowledging it, why the fuck would you follow that?
Not only that, when that balloon leads you to Easter eggs that are inexplicably standing upright, something eggs can only do 1 day a year for an hour, I guarantee you it's not right now. 1 day a year for is it a solar eclipse? It's got something to do with the gravity. That an egg can stand up straight.
This is fucking brand new information to me.
I look it up. It's a thing. I think it's.
I didn't know I was sitting next to Neil deGrasse Tyson.
I think you can also like stick a broom and balance a broom like that too.
Okay.
Like gravity's just like a little stronger.
Interesting. That's news to me.
But anyway, so he goes from following first of all, Red Balloon playing.
What are you doing?
A child's like.
You go in the opposite direction of where that balloon is going.
Yeah. down a dark hallway where there's a trail of eggs.
Yeah.
Again.
Of course, Ben is enticed by chocolate eggs.
What are you trying to say?
Pennywise really picked the thing he likes most to look at him.
What are you?
If you were to judge a book by its cover, it's a big cover. It's a lot of book in there.
Are you trying to say...
This is Lord of the Rings.
Are you trying to say he gets stuck in the Wonka tube? Are you trying to say he what's his name? Gluteus...
Augustus Gloop.
Augustus Gloop.
Yeah.
Sucking his fucking gloopy glop up in the tube.
Augustus Gloop sounds like a disease you get when you are fat. I got that Augustus.
Oh, yeah? Is it a gloop yet?
We're getting there.
It's acute.
It's acute.
I got acute Augustus. If I eat too much sugar, it goes full of gloop. And we don't have enough toilet paper.
I can only eat bread that's gluten free.
Anyway, yeah, so he follows this trail of treats down into the basement without turning a light on because I guess we're all psychopaths in the 80s.
Everybody hates lights in this movie. Nobody turns a fucking light on once. That's not a Flash version.
Darkness wasn't scary until 1999.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. He's just down there in the dark dicking around, hearing kids laugh, not flipping a fucking light on.
Or leaving the room with the kids' laughter. Disembodied laughter in any room is a room that I leave with haste.
Oh, yeah. Darkness, lightness. You're in a library. Don't care. Children shouldn't be laughing in a library.
No, they shouldn't be having a good time.
No. So, he turns around to leave. Or no, actually, no, what he hears is something. And he turns around.
Eggs cracking.
Yeah.
As a headless, burnt man drops them.
He fumbles those eggs down the stairs like a little bastard.
Why are you scared of this, even if it comes running at you? It can't even hold on to eggs properly, number one.
What?
Number two, it's headless. Just kick it over.
How do I hold all these eggs?
Move out of the way. It can't see.
This actually, this part, it gave me a little spook. I think,
Egg Boy, you got the willies from the turnaround on Egg Boy?
To be honest, I got the willies from the headless guy.
Really?
It was a good like...
Because he's all herky-jerky and shit.
He stands at the top of the stairs, and you're like, oh, shit. What's this? And he just stands there. He kind of like stumbles down a couple steps.
Then he stands for a sec.
Yeah, it's like his neck is obscured by the door frame.
Yeah.
And then, boom, he stumbles into frame. And it's like, oh, there's no head at all.
And then he chills, and then, come here.
The whole thing. I think at some
it's
point,
the mama shit all over again. When she comes out and chases after the kids.
By the way, anytime in this movie where they have gone and taken Alex Skarsgård, is it Alex or is it Bill? I don't know.
I don't remember.
Where they've taken that fucking Skarsgård.
That fucking Skarsgård.
And they said, you Skarsgård, you fucking stand over there, and then you run at me. You run, Skarsgård.
With your mouth hanging.
And we're going to track only your eyes.
Yeah.
Ruins it.
Hilarious. I 100% agree. I understand what they were trying to do. Like, he's bringing you into a world. It's the whole Deadlight thing probably as well. Like, you get lost in his fucking eyes and wide open tooth mouth later. But, yeah, motion tracking really kind of fucks up the detail level of the entire shot.
Yeah, it's a specific jerkiness that you get when you try to watch...
Shoot a music video called for Limp Bizkit for the song called Boiler. Because that's what I think every time I see this. Because they do that in the music video.
Man, we just can't get away from the music video Boiler.
No.
This is the second time you've brought it up.
Yeah.
Maybe third.
It was probably for the same fucking reason. It was because of the tents. It was because of the epidemic tents and Mimic.
The fuck
that's what
tents,
it was.
Yeah,
the fuck tents.
Holy shit. Yeah, there's just a specific jerkiness, and it comes with, like, when you watch a cell phone video of a fight in a Burger King and somebody's tried to make it easier to watch.
Yeah. They tried to get rid of the camera shake.
Yeah.
You're bang on.
Thank God.
Good fucking Lord. And yeah, it was one of those things that I was trying to enjoy because I understood.
Mm-hmm.
And like somebody who doesn't know shit about fucking post-editing, it might be like, oh, that's a cool effect.
Yeah. But the power dance? No.
You don't like
when he just really starts dancing and it's just eyes?
You don't like when he has like a Michael J. Fox fit either? When he's chasing after people and he just fucking has a seizure while he's running all the time?
I did like that, actually.
It was better.
I like that.
The dance was so stupid. The end of this movie kind of sucks dick. I'm sorry.
Well, it's technically not the end of the story, Jay.
Yeah, let me tell you right now, the ending to the second one, phenomenally worse. Holy shit.
Well, I think we can all thank our lucky stars that didn't end in a child orgy.
That's true. It didn't do that.
Because it does do that in the book.
Yeah, that's actually the way they saved the day.
If you read the book,
by fucking each other, by running a train on that poor girl,
they fuck
is
each
what
other.
happens.
They fuck each other after her dad fucks her a bunch.
Yeah,
is what is
like
implied in this movie.
Yeah,
they imply it left, right, and center. But not at this moment. No. This boy's running for his life.
Yeah, bumps into the most difficult thing to miss, really, in the entire library, which is the librarian.
Yeah, and she not once tells him to shush. Pretty fucked up.
Not even doing her job.
And like she's like, "Oh, what are you doing?" And he continues running. You know, the next couple hours of her life are spent checking every inch of that room for cum. What were you doing down there, and why are you running away from it?
And stolen books.
You little pervert.
You know?
The
books I gave you are not ones to touch, too.
Yeah.
They're very much the opposite.
There was news stories about dead kids in there. What are you doing down here?
Dead kids in a circus. When Ben leaves the library, fucking Henry and his group are just outside waiting. For how long?
They call him tits.
For how long were they waiting, though? How did they know he was in the library? And he was in the basement, so it's not like they could have just looked in a window and saw him.
Yeah.
And then they were like, okay, it's tits o'clock, so we're just going to sit here and wait.
It's really not like a cool thing to do to like hang outside the library either. So I don't understand.
Against the statue of like fucking what, George Washington or some shit? Derry's dumb founder.
Look, I'm not. It's probably Pennywise. Let's be real.
Yeah.
You look at it, it's probably Pennywise. Everything, if you look at it in this movie, is probably Pennywise.
When they shipped the film reels of this movie out to theaters in order to hide what it was, they called it something like Pound Stupid. Because it's the opposite of Pennywise. It's like it's Pound Foolish, I think.
Okay.
It's a fun fact. It's not really fun. It's just more so a fact.
Yeah, that's fine. I guess, you know, I don't know how anybody didn't put it together. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's
So like the implication being that like Henry's just like I'm just gonna lean against this until somebody I want to fat shame walks by. Oh,
yeah.
Perfect! Right on time.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Set your watch to this, Tuballard.
Jesus Christ.
I've been looking for something to sharpen my knife on.
Yeah. Why? Wanted to make this point earlier, but I forgot about it.
Okay.
What happened to Stephen King in his fucking life?
Holy shit.
That made every bully he writes about the most
psychopathic serial killer.
Borderline fucking murderer.
Yep.
What? Like, I wasn't alive in the 80s.
Later on, he tries to shoot a cat. Like, you got Jeffrey Dahmer right now.
Later on, he pins Mikey down and holds a big fucking rock over his head like he's gonna bludgeon him to death with it.
That's right, he does do that.
What was your plan? To hit him in the head with the rock till he dies?
Sounds like it.
Jesus Christ.
Sure seems like it.
But yeah, no, they chase him down the street for a little bit before,
somehow a fatter kid appears. Anyway, like they walk him like this all the way to fucking Ichabod Crane's deathbed bridge. And you remember fucking The Legend of Sleepy Hollow?
Yeah, I do. I know what you're talking about.
And nobody has seen or stopped this? No parents.
No.
Everybody's just like, all right, fine. Yeah, escort the fat.
You guys are clearly doing something correctly by the way he's screaming for help.
You're obviously doing God's work, keeping this town pure.
God, those kids will be kids. The way they carve letters into each other.
Mutilate each other violently.
Oh, my God.
And he was going to carve his whole fucking name. That's minimum 5 letters.
Oh, yeah.
That big?
I wrote, he carves a good H into him until somebody realizes how serious this is, and also they realize how long the name Henry is, and how big of an H he started with.
I may have cut off more than I could chew here.
Oh, yeah, you know the last 2 or 3 letters
They're
are going to be...
squished.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, like you're the edge of the page.
Shit.
Good thing it's a novel. Good thing you got this whole canvas to work with.
So, I forgot about this scene until and I was like, oh, they're not going to show that happening.
Oh, they do, though.
What kind of movie is... Oh, there it is.
In the original one from 1980, it's like a little Nick. That's as deep as he gets.
Nah, we get the whole H before this kid does anything about it.
I'll be honest, the Ben in that movie is a much stockier individual. Like, you could tell he's got weight behind him, like in the form of muscle.
Okay.
So his reaction is much quicker and much more effective than just kicking a man in the stomach. A boy. Now, however, Flamethrower Kid, this is when I wrote down that one of these bullies is a literal adult. Because we used to have a certain friend named Joe, and the build is the same.
Ah. Well, all right.
That's it. That's my story. You
friend,
knew him.
Was he an adult?
I mean, eventually. That's it. That's my. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know if I know.
I don't want to say his last name. You know him well.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Anyway, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, now you do.
Yeah. So a good kick in the balls is all it takes.
Yeah.
And then just like throwing yourself down a hill.
Dude, Scarlet takes a tumble.
Scarlet takes more than a tumble. It takes.
Ben eats shit down this hill to the point where I was watching it and I was like, I hope that's an adult stunt double.
I hope that's just a bag of beans. It's getting rocked.
Holy fuck.
He gets like folded up over himself a few times.
Yeah, he does, dude.
Picks up some speed.
They call it ass over tea kettle.
They sure do.
Henry takes a little bit of a spill, but it's nothing in comparison. Ben really lost control of the ride there.
This is where you get an idea of the father-son relationship where
losing an object means you might die.
Yeah.
Sick.
Henry loses his knife that he uses to cut people with. To cut children, living human children with.
Given that it's got a boy's blood on it now, probably leave it there.
Yeah, you've committed a crime with it. Maybe you never had that knife to begin with.
What knife, Dad?
Yeah. No, we got to find it because my dad's going to kill me. But you go find that kid and...
Go find that fat boy. He can't have gone far.
You just hold him until I find the knife, which could be a while, so...
Because I'm not finished signing the document.
Yeah. I want to make sure that when he goes to the hospital and says, look what Henry did.
Yeah, they know exactly who did what they did.
Yeah, when they name me by name and my fucking autograph is right there.
You might as well take him to the hospital yourself. Like, look what I did, guys.
Yeah, hey, how deep am I supposed to carve my name in? Because I'm seeing ham. I was just trying to give him a cool scar, but guts are hanging out.
Now it's scarification.
Yeah, now it's Skarsgård. Which is an ointment you put on your scar to keep it from scarring.
Oh my god. Skarsgård, dude.
So Henry loses his knife, and then we cut to like the gang at the entrance to a dirty old sewer. Remember like one time we went into a dirty old sewer?
I do. And I do remember having the thought that if this water was any higher, I wouldn't be in here. Because it wasn't. And then also like, I sure hope there's not a rainstorm. Was the other thought that I had.
Yeah.
Now, to be honest, I would go back into that sewer.
Oh, absolutely I would.
We didn't explore it deeply enough.
No, and honestly, like it wasn't a poo sewer, so I was kind of fine with it.
Yeah, no, it was storm, which is still, it's just less human and more goose.
And
a lot of goose in there.
A lot of goose.
You know?
But you can't escape it. It's everywhere. So.
Yeah, the goose is loose, if you will.
As loose as its own stool.
Yeah.
Which is quite.
Or butthole, with the kind of stool that comes out of a goose.
With the kind of corkscrew dicks they've got, I can't imagine their cloaca staying snappy.
Once you go cloaca?
You always...
You never go back?
Yeah, that's fine.
It's obvious.
Oh, yeah,
Once
no.
you cloaca.
I just didn't like... I just wanted to have a better one than the obvious, but it's cool. It's whatever.
Yeah. No, listen, I'm not perfect, okay?
So, look at Eddie's got a real problem with the gray matter.
What he's got are a lot of really good pieces of information for everybody to be heeding right now. Which is, don't have any scratches or cuts, or else you're not coming out.
Yes. Yeah, or just like, don't.
It's shit and piss in there, guys, just so you know.
It's all the shit and piss.
We're rowdy kids, there's no way we don't have scrapes everywhere.
Ugh. Staph infections.
Yeah, enjoy that.
Yeah.
I don't want to be employed in that building.
Because
it's staff. Okay.
Oh, yeah, no. I get it. Their healthcare is terrible. So they fucking... They have this discussion on whether or not they, like, should go in.
Yeah.
Or no, sorry. Actually, what they do is find a dead kid's shoe right at the entrance and tell no one.
Here's the implication, that being the police just didn't look. They didn't look in any of the places that a child who fell into a sewer would be.
Hey, I'll tell you what. It's because they didn't look. That's why.
100%.
The implication is the truth. They're spending they've got all this time to stand outside the school where the child's not going to be.
Where there's no sewage.
Yeah.
At all.
Yeah, but no. The poo? I'll stay away from that, thank you. Honestly, they didn't look. I think later at some point they like find a body that somebody's like, oh, the body they found wasn't that kid.
Oh, great. Another one?
Yeah.
Sick. More of them?
More work.
Well, the way that they post up the missing person posters, it's no surprise that nobody ever gets found. Because they just slap them right over top of the old missing persons poster.
It's so rude.
Like, forget about that one.
There's only one spot on this wall for posters.
We're only allowed to have one kid missing at a time in this town. The rest, I don't know.
This town has one spot, and it's like
This is the missing person poster location right here. It's boxed out with spray paint and chalk.
It looks like every telephone pole in town. It's just like it's at this point just a paper mache and staples of like show flyers.
You could never make out a name or face regardless.
Oh yeah, no. And
the kids are going to stay missing in Derry.
The paper has just become wood again. Like that's how much of it there is. It's just compacted into wood.
Right.
Yeah. No wonder nobody gets found. It's because nobody wants to flip far enough back in that fucking Rolodex of dead kids. But yeah,
what's underneath it? You don't ask. Focus on the one.
So instead of like calling the cops about this dead kid's shoe, that it's for sure the dead kid's shoe because the dead kid's name is written in the dead kid's shoe.
It sure is.
Because they're a dead kid.
Hey, evidence of a crime.
Yeah, let's pick it right up.
Yep.
Oh, we know dead kids are missing. Well, we got a shoe. Let's touch that.
Here's my proof.
Yep.
This is my totem.
And then instead of calling the cops, alerting anybody, let's just have a discussion on whether or not we should be mucking about in the sewer looking for dead kids.
That's right. Evidently, the answer though is yes.
Well, yeah, because nobody else is gonna.
Yeah.
That's obvious.
I guess we're private investigators now.
They took 2 steps in there, ankle deep in shit water. There's a dead kid's shoe.
Yeah. The cops show up. They go, nah.
There's only one way.
Not worth finding.
She's in.
The cops see that the fucking kid might be in the sewer, and they just call the parents and go, make another.
Oh boy,
just pump another one in there.
Well, I've got some terrible news.
It'll be cleaner.
We found a shoe. So at least you can bury something.
Get a shoebox.
Hey!
Perfect.
Put it right next to your hamster who's in a similar box.
Ben shows up fucking by falling in the creek, at which point I wrote down, you're telling me you didn't hear that large sandwich truffle shuffling down the whole creek? You would have heard him lumping around in that shallow water from fucking 100 feet away.
There would have been thuds.
What Indiana Jones boulder coming down the creek at us?
Yeah, he just kind of falls into place, making I noticed no sound, not a twig snap.
Guys, Brooks don't babble that loud.
Oh my god. I think there's this. They make the point about 100 times.
Yeah.
Everybody except for Billy and the girl make this point that like, hey, we're boys. It's summer. We should be having fun, not investigating murders and murderous clowns in the sewer.
Now, I'll be honest. Some of that sounds kind of fun, as if I were a boy in the summer. Mm-hmm. In this kind of circumstance, though, where children are dying all around me, I'll stay in.
Yeah, you can have one or the other.
Grand Theft Auto just came out.
I mean...
I'm sorry, it's like 1988. Q*bert just came out.
It's quite the jump.
All right?
Yeah, we got some blocks to hop on and then light up and unlight up.
That's right. Over and over again. In more complicated patterns.
We got to play that E.T. video game that sucked so bad they had to bury it in a hole.
Yeah. Landfill somewhere full of ETs.
Game sucks. I played it.
You played it? You should have kept it. It's a collector's item now.
Oh, wow. It sucks.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I don't know. It was I had it, and I just remember going in a hole and making E.T.'s neck go long and then shrink, and then long and then shrink, and that was all I could do.
Yeah, Atari, sick system.
It was for the time, you know. You get those squares moving around, the imagination takes hold.
Fuck.
So yeah, we fucking. You know who needs to go into the dirty, disgusting fucking sewer?
Adam Driver?
Well, yeah, him. But like, I was gonna say they fuck off, don't they? For some reason I thought they brought that kid all cut up into the poo sewer.
No, they don't.
Yeah, thank God.
They decide against going in the sewer. I think partially because of the shoe, and then
Quite probably because of the shoe.
Because Ben's like, hey, I got a tail,
Yeah,
and it's people you know,
yeah, and you know what? Hey, they want my guts.
and it's not just gonna be mine by the time they see you.
Yeah, he's covered in blood.
Yeah.
Covered in blood.
I mean, his stomach's infected. Let's all be honest.
I mean, it should be. He's got like blood coming out of his ear, like his face. Like he's not.
Regardless
looking
of whether or
good.
not he went into the sewer, it's still the same water trickling out that he
Yeah.
just fell in stomach first.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's not getting sanitary because it's running over different dirt.
I think the whole point is that they just got to get him somewhere where they can get supplies. You know, pharmacy.
Yeah, that's where they take him. They take him to a pharmacy. But in
Yeah.
the meantime,
Patrick gets its tits, is what I said in my notes.
Okay. Yeah, Patrick fucking strolls up. He's he's there.
Mm-hmm.
He's probably like 5 minutes too late. And there's a sound within the entrance to the sewer that he has to investigate.
So naturally, that's where my victims are.
Oh, yeah.
Now, I could just wait for them to come out of the sewer because there's a 7 p.m. curfew. They got to get home at some point. But nah, I'm going to go in.
And you know what? Instead of just having nothing at all, I'm going to have a Zippo and a spray can. Something you need to be within 1 foot of me to experience.
Also, methane everywhere in the sewer.
Hey, great point. Great point.
You know?
It's poo water. You got a good point there.
There's gases. Let's just have an let's have an accelerant and an igniter.
Hell
around.
yeah. Rock and roll.
So he gets itted by dead kids.
Yeah,
which
yeah.
I was cool with. I liked the dead kids.
Yeah, so yeah, there's like he hears whispers and he's like, "Oh man, it's this kids." Oh no, it's not. When you get a light on them, they're actually rotting kids.
Yeah. So still kids, but different. Not the ones he wanted.
No.
These weren't the droids he was looking for.
And then we because of Star Wars.
Yeah.
We run into a dead end where there's just a red balloon that says "I Heart Derry" on it.
Yeah, it does.
And then boom.
Hey,
It's Pennywise.
it's me time.
I couldn't figure out why he was covered in blood before he met Pennywise.
Go ahead and assume that he had just finished Georgie. I don't know.
No.
I think
Patrick's
so.
soaked in
I think
blood.
when he lights up the kids, I think they blow the flame back in his face.
Okay.
I think that's what happens there.
All right.
Because I'm pretty sure it happens around a corner you don't really get to see, but it's implied because I think the fire gets bigger. So he just burned himself like a retard.
I will take that over something happened and we just didn't include it in.
Yeah,
or
because fuck that.
we
if
just threw
that's-
some blood on him because that's fun.
Which, yeah, great choice if so. No, I'm giving the movie the benefit on that one.
Yeah. And then so he gets got by Pennywise.
He does get got.
I liked the reveal of the balloon popping and Pennywise was somehow concealed behind it.
Yeah. Yes.
So here we are. We're biking Ben to the pharmacy.
Yeah.
And oh my God, my favorite line right here. My favorite line comes from Eddie.
Okay.
One of my favorite lines.
He's got a lot of them.
He's
Him
talking.
and Richie got some good lines.
He's talking about how we should all be concerned because we're in an AIDS crisis. And
He just goes off about AIDS for like 5 straight
oh
minutes.
yeah, my mom's friend got AIDS from touching a pole on the subway in New York.
Why the fuck was there AIDS blood on a pole in New York?
Because pole means 2 things, Jay.
Oh.
Yep. Pole means 2 things. If you have a hangnail, don't jerk a guy off on the subway.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I assumed. It didn't say anything like that.
You realified it.
I realified it.
So they go to the pharmacy, and also in the pharmacy is Beverly, and she's having a heavy flow week.
I think she's just having a week.
She's
By what we find later, this isn't even her heaviest day
oh
of the
no,
week.
it's not. It's a heavy one, but yeah, they do get heavier over time.
Yeah, just mentally heavy, really.
I more so meant all the blood in the bathroom.
Yeah.
I was like, I mean, damn, you should have bought an extra box of tampons.
I'm talking about her dad being a molester.
Yeah, yeah. I mean that also. I mean, on the topic of molesters, okay. First of all, changing the aisle that you're in a pharmacy doesn't prevent somebody from hearing your voice when you speak if you're trying to avoid them.
Yeah.
So when you see your high school bully, just leave the pharmacy and come back later.
And I'm pretty sure the pharmacist is the high school bully's dad. That's
Yes.
why they're always there.
The pharmacist's name is Mr. Keen, and let me tell you, Mr. Keen is a little too Mr. Keen on being flirted with by someone who's underage.
Mr. Keen is a... What the fuck was that? Mr. Keen is a little too keen on putting his ween in this teen.
I like your glasses. They make you look like Clark Kent. You invited a comparison, and that was a mistake because it backfires immediately when he goes, oh, the glasses make you look like Lois Lane. Lois Lane didn't wear glasses.
No.
He was just like, yeah, if I'm Clark Kent, come here.
Yeah, if I'm Clark Kent, who famously fucked Clark Kent?
Oh, shit. Horrifying.
You look like Clark Kent. You look like you could get cum in you.
And this...
I'm an adult.
Oh, my God.
Look, this I know it's not him, but this pharmacist looks suspicious like Stephen King here.
It does.
Now
Stephen King's in the second movie.
Is he?
He's a store owner, self-insert.
That's me. I'm fucking angry.
Ghosts.
I'm just throwing my phone because I'm angry. Look, Stephen King looks like the monsters that he writes about. I'm gonna say it right there. So picture just a man who's he's got a lot going on facial wise. He looks very much like a German
Thanos.
doctor. He looks like Thanos if Thanos was like
He looks like
experiments.
Hellboy. He looks like Hellboy.
He looks
How's that?
So you think he looks like what's his name?
He's got
Ron Perlman.
You could land an airplane on his jawline. Is what's going on with Stephen King's face.
Oh, I'm talking about the doctor now. Yeah, no. Stephen King looks like aged Hellboy.
Yes.
He just looks like a monster. Anyway, all I'm saying is I wouldn't want anybody who looks like that hitting on my daughter, please.
No. Well, I don't want anybody his age hitting on my daughter, please.
You bring up a great point. That I want that to be my point as well.
And now, I'm not going to be an apologist for Beverly's father, but given the behavior of most of the adults in the town, it seems like he's got some reason to be protective of his daughter.
Yeah, to a degree.
The way he goes about it is all wrong.
Oh, I would describe that as perfectly accurate.
I wouldn't even say his heart's in the right place.
No,
because it isn't. It's in the wrong place. It's in his dick, and he wants it in Beverly.
He's sticking with his fucking hot sausage.
Oh my God. But yeah, I mean, keep track of where your kids are going, because you can't even buy fucking pads anymore without getting hit on. Holy shit! I see you buying Tampax. That means you're ready.
That's literally what his dad says, basically.
It's also what the pharmacist thinks with his eyes visibly.
Oh my God. Ugh.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I just wrote that he wants to fuck this girl.
He does. That's right.
So she like in the process of handing the glasses back after being sexually assaulted by his eyes, she like blasts a bunch of stuff over.
Yeah.
Which gives the boys an opportunity because they didn't have enough money.
Yeah, to steal.
To
commit theft.
But like it's like a Robin Hood thing. You steal from the pharmacist so that you can patch up the big letter H carved into your friend Ben there.
Yeah. Vigilante justice prevails.
So I wrote God, what did I write? No, I just wrote "suck that wound." That's all. That's all I wrote for the scene, is because that's all.
You bite that wound.
Suck that wound.
Like fucking Decamillo.
Yep.
CKY.
Yeah, I was gonna say I know what it's from. Other people might not. It's probably from something else, but that's not what I know it from.
Bite that wound.
It's probably from some Saving Ryan's Privates film. I don't know.
Probably bite that. Never mind the wound. Just bite it. Saving Ryan's Privates, the porno.
Yes.
You know.
Yes. Of course.
Pretty heavy themes in the old Beverly house for a movie about a killer clown.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely didn't really. I gotta tell you,
My little girl's becoming a woman, but you're still my little girl, huh?
Hey.
Let me touch your hair and smell it deep.
Yeah, it's certainly not the way to ask that question. You should really be like, oh, tampons?
Yeah.
Are you still my little girl? You're not.
Oh, because you're becoming...
Perfectly fine.
I mean, we don't want to say becoming a woman because she's still like fucking 12.
This answer is perfectly okay then.
Yeah. No, that's a fine answer.
I shan't touch you any more than I need to.
Yeah, certainly not sensually.
It's not sensually at all.
Fucking, a good thing Ben wrote a poem about her hair
Yeah, thank God.
that she cuts because her rapist dad touched it.
Yeah. Oh.
So that she can look more like a boy. So that he won't like her anymore.
That's certainly what that's what happens. You
Thanks for the poem, Ben.
yeah.
Thanks for the romantic reminder.
Yeah, Beverly comes home. Home is terrible. Turn page.
Summed up the scene just like that.
Yep.
Fucking beautiful.
Right here, nothing to say.
Cut straight to a bunch of half-naked boys at a quarry. Cut straight to it.
I would really rather we not.
We do, though.
Are you sure we have to cut to these boys spitting in their underwear?
Well, yeah, we don't have a choice.
There's 5 boys in tighty whitey spitting.
You gotta clench your torso to spit, which
Hey.
means there might be some wiggles.
And fucking Stephen King is right there just jotting it down in the margins.
Yeah, they're half naked at the quarry now in broad daylight.
Yeah, let's have these 5 boys half naked at the quarry in the middle of nowhere while there's a predator loose.
Yes, there is.
We don't know what kind. We just know that children are missing.
In a way, in Derry, there's a bunch of predators loose at all times. They just vary in severity.
Yeah. They go from dad to killer clown to bully
You know?
to teacher
Sometimes mom.
to fucking pharmacist.
Racism.
It's just really not a safe place to be.
Not a great
man.
town, and I would move.
So we got these boys in their underwear. Why no bathing suits?
Great question. You knew where you were going.
They really did. They planned this out.
And they invited Beverly, so when she shows up half naked as well, it's equally as confusing.
Yeah.
There's no Caswear in Derry.
There's no just wearing your jeans.
Yeah, also that. Who gives a fuck if you're wet?
It looks weirder if you have wet underwear and then you put dried clothes on.
It looks...
You look like you've pissed everything.
Having wet, tidy white underwear at noon, okay? Beverly's seeing a lot of things.
Now...
And people are seeing a lot of Beverly.
Yeah, white clothes. And I tap my knee thusly to show my uncomfortable... Yes,
yeah.
thank you. Wet clothes.
On children.
No. We're not going to say that part. Just
That's where they are, though. They're right on the children.
the wet white clothes. Why?
Put them in, like, black.
Put them in bathing suits.
And then you had these kids act in this scene.
Yeah.
Also is what happens in real life.
So, yeah, here's these children with their fucking parents off camera.
Yeah. We want them half naked. Is that okay, Mom and Dad?
You have to
Dicks
watch.
swinging.
Well, no. The tighty whities take care of most of that.
Unless it sneaks out the side in the water.
Everybody tuck. I don't want to see nothing.
I didn't write fuck all about quarry scene aside from the fact that, yeah, she fucking lays herself out on a towel so that 6 boys can stare at her not tits. Also, when she jumps, it's like, I don't know if it's the first time she's been here or ever been invited to the quarry, but she sure jumps off that cliff without looking at all to see if there's water at the bottom.
I had that same exact thought.
What if there's not, and that's why they haven't jumped yet?
Exactly. What if there's a reason they're hesitating?
They're just like, no!
Wait a minute. It should be much...
I see a body in it! It could be anything.
There used to be 6 of us.
I can see the bottom!
Yeah, but no, she makes
Fine.
it.
Obviously, she's not all that tethered to living at home.
That's fine.
Yeah, no, it's great.
So yeah, let's all perv on the girl while she sunbathes in her underwear, and we're all in our underwear. Let's not put our clothes back on, despite swimming is clearly done. Nah, bros.
We've been out for so long, we're dry, and you can't see my ball bag anymore.
Yeah, I guess we've already seen it. Why hide it now?
Yeah.
It's not like it's weird.
And also, we've seen it cold. So, everybody's the same here.
Cold and fucking wet. We've all seen our buttons.
Our buttons!
Well, yeah, fucking...
We've all seen the cuff link.
I didn't need to see the children in their underwear today.
No.
That wasn't on my bingo card for the day. That free space did not need to be dabbed.
Oh my god.
So they fucking... God, I love inviting Ben everywhere. Dude's not afraid to get down in his underwear. Also brings a book about murder.
Not a buzzkill in any way.
Yeah. Hey, what's you got? What do you got in your backpack? A love letter to this girl right here, and then also, I don't know,
Murder book.
just a scrapbook of murder.
That's great.
I'd like to take a look.
Break down the town's history while we're trying to relax in the sun here.
Yeah, new kid to town. Why don't you tell us, the people who have been here, about how our friends are missing?
Mansplain to me all about this town's history.
Yeah. New kid on the block who listens to New Kid on the Block.
Yeah, come on with that, really? You gotta have him listening to that.
So, this isn't enough? Why don't we all go back to my place where I've got a Pepe Sylvia wall of town charters and old photos.
That's what it is.
Do y'all want to come take a look? No!
I'm good.
I'm in my underwear at the quarry, my friend.
Yeah, I've already felt vulnerable, and somehow this is worse. I get the sense that if I step foot in your bedroom, I'm not leaving.
Yeah, I got a feeling I'm going to be kept there either against my will or I'd feel like I can't leave because I'm worried.
For your safety.
Yeah.
Beverly kind enough to hide the poster from being... for the sake of Ben not being mocked incessantly for something other than the fact that he's overweight.
Yeah, heaven forbid people find out that he listens to New Kids on the Block.
I would rather get made fun of for that than my weight.
I know adults who listen to New Kids on the Block.
Most of them are mothers.
One of them is Adam Skinner.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
He's a huge fan of Donnie Wahlberg.
When they first bust in the room, he makes a little effort to like hide these magazines. I'm like, oh, he's hiding his porn. But then I saw the poster and I was like, oh, he's got teen girl magazines.
Yeah, he's got Teen Dream.
Yeah, that's the only way he gets his...
He's cutting their faces out for his other Sylvia wall in the closet.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
And that one's...
White stained.
I was going to say, it's glazed.
Yeah, that's a donut in there.
Yeah, this cool guy, he's got the fucking town charter right here.
Great.
Do you need to see that? It's really interesting.
Read it.
No, you read it.
Here's a picture that was taken when the fucking state was ratified, and you got Pennywise's odd eyes right in the fucking picture.
Yeah.
And nobody noticed that shit.
Oh, boy.
Who's that asshole? Let's get him out of town now. He's scaring the children, and he hasn't even touched them yet.
God, you thought clowns were scary in the 80s? Try the 1980s. Or sorry, the 1890s.
It was worse. You flip those numbers around, and you're fucked.
Yeah, one of the photos is like his I don't know, circus vehicle. What do you call that? Like a stage car?
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, he's got that going on. You can see that poking out from behind some stoic coal miners, who don't give a fuck that the circus is in town.
I was gonna say, looks like a fun circus.
Oh yeah.
Everybody's got black lung.
And haven't smiled since they were born.
Because that's when they went into the mine.
So yeah, we were just checking out all this shit that Ben's got. It's all sucks.
Yeah.
At one point he's like,
fucking Human History Channel Ben. You're just adding more fuel to a fire of abuse that's gonna traumatize you throughout childhood.
Yeah.
I'm also a history buff. Yeah, do you collect coins?
Oh,
Queer?
No, they're stamps actually. I'm a philateller.
Don't call it that. It makes it sound like you're jerking off on the stamps. It makes it sound like that's how you're sticking them into the book.
It's the sound your balls make when they slap up against the fucking 10-cent.
I gotta philattle these stamps for an hour.
The permanent price. They're the ones with the P's on it.
You know, this book's gonna be worth money one day.
No, it's not. Not if you keep doing that to it. Not if you fucking keep doing that. So, long story short, Derry was started as a beaver trapping camp. Oh, yeah, it was. Still is.
My favorite line from Richie, honestly, because he goes up for the high five and everybody just leaves him hanging. You gotta hit him on that.
No.
Come on.
Okay. In this day and age, no. In the 1980s, calling a vagina a beaver was probably the funniest thing you could ever done.
I think the first time anybody ever did that was in One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. Which is like 1968.
Oh, so it was before
it's relevant.
Time.
It's still relevant. Fucking the best joke in any It movie is from the original, and it's also Richie who says it. But it's in the part 2 when they come back, and it's good to be back in Derry again, breathing that Derry air. They didn't use it again. Bill Hader doesn't even fucking say it. Richie, this kid could have said it.
The fact that I didn't think of that.
Dude.
I haven't heard somebody say the word derriere and mean like an ass in a Like, wow. I haven't heard the word derriere. It's been a fucking... It's been some time.
Welcome.
Oh, fuck. So, yeah, 91 people made the town. 91 people disappeared.
Good.
Blah, blah, blah.
Fuck them. New town. New town elsewhere.
Yep.
Everybody dies. You ever hear the Roanoke shit? I bet you they didn't build anything in that clearing.
Yeah, let's fence that one off, and I don't know. We'll move
anywhere else. Go a mile down the road.
1 mile. That's all it takes.
Other side of the quarry.
Fucking nah. So end of scene.
Yeah.
We just get that.
So now everybody's just leaving to go home, and Eddie's choice is to walk home past the scariest house in Derry.
Yeah.
And his comfort is to loon call Osei Can You See? Which, I mean, why? And then he's scared by the house so bad that he drops his meds, and then he just stands there while he gathers them again in front of the frightening house.
Yeah, those pills have hit the ground. You're not going to eat them.
Oh, yeah, you're neurotic as shit. Those pills are garbage.
Yeah. Oh, this is...
Hookworms. You don't like the leper? Or you do like him?
I do, and
He's got that mama hand with the long fingers. It probably is the same fucking guy.
The nose hole that like opens and closes really got me.
That's because no nose, because leprosy.
Yeah,
it's great.
Also
just goo man,
the
whole time.
I didn't put together that it was like a leper. I just wrote the human embodiment of disease.
Yes, so leprosy
lends him a hand picking up his fucking pills.
Yeah, and almost gives it to him for real.
Nose hole.
Yeah, man.
Oh yeah, he's like, do you think this will help me? No,
nothing will.
That pill needs to be made of lead.
You know exactly. And you know what would help you is a gun.
Yeah. So this fucking thing chases him around this. Why would you run toward the house?
What a good question. You have so many better directions to run.
You got a 360. Sorry, you got a 359 degree angle to run at, because one of those degrees is leprosy.
And then all it takes for all it takes is one sick man for Eddie to stop caring about Lyme disease when he's traipsing through the tall grass in shorts.
Yeah. It wasn't even a concern.
You know he'd bitch about ticks any other day of the week.
Oh, yeah, and he wouldn't have crawled through that hole either because it's a rusty fence.
Yes, all those things.
But, no.
The volume of the leper scream doesn't change depending on distance from camera. If you're going to Foley edit, at least try to hide it.
If you're going to Foley edit, give me some sounds of a boy coming down a hill. How about that?
Yeah.
So, when he realizes that he's at like a dead end, he turns around. It's Pennywise, and he's got that pyramid of balloons that I didn't understand.
Yeah, no, you just get to have many balloons in a perfect triangle,
upside down.
Sweet.
And like it's not hiding him.
No,
one balloon would have been fine too.
Yeah, it would have been better.
Yeah,
there's something more unnerving about one balloon. I kind of wondered, is like, are they trying to get to 99? You know?
Yeah, and they better have not have been.
Yeah, I agree.
You don't need that many balloons.
And the song's not that good.
It isn't. If it was, it would have been made now times. Right?
Everything good is made right now.
Right this very second.
Yeah. This podcast.
Right. I agree. So the Pennywise invites him to join him because
no thanks.
Oh yeah, no. Are you sure? Because we all float down here.
That's cool. I like to sink.
Yeah. Ominous as fuck. I'm good, Mr.
Yeah.
Wise.
Hey man, what does that mean? I had it pointed out to me, kind of interesting. The only people who would care about the statement that everybody floats would be Georgie and Bill, because it's only relevant to them, because when he said that, he was talking about the boat.
Was he?
So why does he say it to everybody else? Later on, yes, the kids are floating in the sewer.
Okay.
But we don't know that.
No.
And why? So there's no reason to tie those two things together.
I was thinking maybe he's just trying to like entice them, like, ooh, floating, that sounds fun. You know, let's find out what that's all about. This is actually not something I want to be a part of.
No, it's not.
Since I had to come down this dark, deep well.
You know what floats? Dead bodies in water. That's the first thought I'd have. Hey, man, I'm good.
You bring up a wildly good point.
The first time he says that he's in water, I'm like, all right, well, dead.
Yeah.
I'll be dead in there.
Yeah. Two things float: boys and fucking dead boys. That's The rule of thumb: if it's a boy and it's in the water, it's
Fucking
either dead or made of plastic.
Rule of cum in this movie.
Don't say rule of cum.
Well,
It's a movie full of children.
pretty important aspect of a love poem is to write your fucking name on it so somebody doesn't think somebody else wrote it.
Nah, your secret admirer.
Bullshit.
You're gonna get Ben laid, my friend. You're about to be... Or sorry, Ben, you're about to get Billy.
Yeah. Best wingman, worst cuck.
I can't fucking keep up with all these children's
That's fine.
names.
Well, they all start with B for baloney.
Yeah, we got this love letter. It's got the dumb poem.
Yeah.
Stupid poem.
Yep. Stupid poem. Still makes her take a whole ass beat to think about who might have written it, though.
Oh, she's got to go into the bathroom to read it. So that her dad doesn't kick it in and, well, do what he does later in the film.
Yeah, do what he does regardless of what room she's in, probably.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, Beverly's dad sucks at finishing a bathroom because he used 8 tubes of caulk to grout the tub line and none in the sink. The fucking bathtub, where it meets the tile, okay, it looks like the Appalachian Mountains. And then you go over to the sink and there's no silicone. That thing's coming right off the wall if you fuck on it.
First of all.
Which he probably planned to.
Better have been a lady.
Yeah, I mean, she's ladylike. Certainly, she's polite.
I don't want to continue this conversation. I'm done with it. One day we're gonna watch a movie where my expertise comes in handy, and I'm gonna be able to like look at that. Isn't that dumb?
Yeah, it'll be a movie about weed. That's not how you smoke that.
Don't you even know? You gotta breathe it all in and exhale it out. You fucking shithead.
The easiest thing. People do it automatically, whether they like it or not.
Yeah, you can't leave any smoke nut in your lungs.
Yeah, that's the rules. The sink in this bathroom starts making noise, so she shoves a tape measure down it. Also against code to have a tailpiece of a sink longer than 1.2 meters to the trap. This thing goes over 4 feet down.
It doesn't start making noise. It starts calling out to her because it's people.
Well, that's a noise.
Well, yeah. Like that noise.
Yeah. Pipes. Now, so I'll get a tape measure out, and I'll shove it down your fucking main stack. How's that?
Yeah,
I bet y'all also pull up blood and hair.
I hope you pull up one. I hope
not so much to the other.
Yeah. I'll leave it up to your imagination which one I hope.
She pulls up fucking blood and hair on the end of the tape measure, which, I mean, her fault for having her period and cutting her hair over the sink. That's it. I'm pretty sure that's just you in there.
You really shouldn't just have had that over the sink like that, I guess.
You know? And then the hair attacks her own hair that she cut off, which that must be what it is.
It's a Pennywise thing, right? The
metaphor being you can't escape the thing you're most afraid of.
Yeah.
In this case, your dad touching you anywhere.
Yeah, and he's coming.
He is. Quick. Well, he's asleep. So now in the scene when she gets home, you know how later on when Henry gets possessed by a television?
Yes.
In this scene, it's the same show that his dad's watching, but he's asleep. And then later on, it's just sports.
Earlier in the movie, Eddie's mom is watching the same child's program. That's
why are all these adults watching children's program with Pennywise involved?
And then I guess it's just waiting for the right person to watch, because
Yeah.
Possess.
Fucking blood out of the sink. At which point I wrote in my notes, guess you really did need those tampons?
Probably should have put a tampon down the drain the second you pulled that tape measure out. No.
You know? That would have solved the whole problem right away. Here you go, fucking dickhead. How's that?
So much blood. All kinds of blood that her dad can't see.
Yeah, can't at all.
But he comes in and, he's more concerned with her looking like a boy.
Yeah, doesn't like that.
No.
Get right up in your grill about it.
Maybe you should knock that off. Stop looking so much like a boy.
Bill's scene. So Georgie's room. Oh, fuck me to death. Georgie's room remains untouched, and they're surprised Bill's still trying to find him. Either move on or turn it into a disappointing storage and get therapy.
Yeah, buy a.
Get a new kid.
Get a Peloton and put it in there for God's sake.
Get an exercise bike.
Jesus. Was there like some sort of noise or something that gets him up out of? No, the ceiling is dripping and and he's falling asleep coloring.
Yeah.
So it's obviously run, and it looks like blood. The ink.
Right.
Yeah.
And then go down in the basement. You know, let me tell you.
Yeah, he's following Billy down to the basement. That's what it is.
Following Georgie down in the basement?
You know, I'm getting really sick of all these boys' names. Yeah, he's following his little brother down to the basement.
Yeah.
Where is nobody concerned with the water?
Why is your entire basement flooded and you've done nothing?
Why do you have enough water in your basement that a clown can hide in it?
Mm-hmm. And a boy.
A boy and a clown.
A little puppet boy.
And a little big old clown.
Pennywise sticking his hands up boys and making them talk.
Yeah, it's definitely an up the butt kind of puppet and not
Sure
like a
is.
back of the head kind of puppet.
Up the buppet.
So he goes down the stairs and like his little brother's down there. I forget what he says.
Well, he wants to make sure everybody knows that if you come with me, you'll also float.
And he's got this.
I got to say it 1,500 times because you're not getting it.
And he's got a smile on his face that says, "Don't get close."
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not a welcome home smile.
Any child who smiles like that should be clubbed to death immediately.
Well, it doesn't matter because he gets drowned. Blip, done. And now Pennywise gets stoked. This is what every time that he starts to attack a kid, he has a manic fit.
And thank God, because otherwise it would just be a clown
Walking.
I tracked to a...
Yeah. And like awkwardly walking through water slowly, like he's in a dream.
Yeah. So I enjoyed this bit because, you know, the run, he does trip and fall and hit his head. And then like he slithers back and like his eyes kind of roll to the back of his head as he's slithering.
I was confused because you can move that fast, but you can't climb stairs.
Well, it's like a Freddy Krueger thing, isn't it? Where the kid's got to be...
His power's not strong enough yet?
Yeah.
He hasn't consumed enough tacit fear?
Yeah. Like
Go to wherever the black family lives and just sit out front. Their lives suck in this town.
Yeah, why don't you get a Trans Am and park it out front? Yeah, like, because I thought that's why he had to, like, lure Georgie in so much. Like,
sure.
And then, like, his eyes turned yellow once he had charged up his beam.
His hydro pump.
Yeah, which is
with
just
these kids
teeth.
in the sewer.
He had grown all the teeth he needed.
Pennywise used bite.
It
a lot
was
of Pokemon jokes this time.
Super effective.
Yeah.
So we cut to Beverly just having a smoke outside.
Nice. Love it. Smoking. Just smoke them if you got them good and early.
Yeah. We were smoking in the girls' room, and now we're smoking on the...
Yeah. Cigarettes that she also pilfered from the pharmacy with a little sleight of hand trick.
Yeah, because the you know how the cigarettes are, like, right
accessible
there.
to kids immediately.
Yeah, right there for you to touch.
Not at all behind steel flaps in gas stations.
And not at all in pharmacies?
Yeah. Yeah.
What?
It's counterintuitive.
It's like in the 80s were a different time.
Two options, yeah. Either it's the 80s or this doctor knows exactly what he wants to treat.
Apparently...
And he wants more of it.
Apparently a long time ago, you used to be able to just, like, hand your kid a note, and your kid would go get you cigarettes.
I believe it.
And it was just
You'd also be able to smoke on planes.
That's true.
A box that's closed.
I'm surprised that didn't
where
explode.
babies are sometimes.
With pressurized air? Get out of here.
Great point also.
Yeah, so she's called the boys over.
Fuck
because her dad fucking hates it. She called the boys over because her dad hates them. Don't be in my house, but please be in my house for a second. Let me show you something.
You don't have any female friends at all that can help with this problem that they'd be able to understand better because they also just got their period.
I don't think it's a period thing so much as just a bathroom full of blood that she needs to make sure
it's
that
a heavy week.
So yeah, we all go upstairs despite molester Fester here being home at any moment, and we're gonna let Richie be the lookout.
Yeah,
the sarcastic piece of shit who doesn't always act like he wants to be here.
The kid that's gonna piss this woman's dad off the worst.
Yeah,
just with his fucking big fat mouth
and existence.
Yep.
Nah. All right. Well, he's looking out. Let's all go up and just see what she wants to see, which is like we all go up there. We think it's gonna be tits.
Because she doesn't. What she says to these young boys who she was just recently almost completely naked with was, "I need your help with something." Your tits and vagina? Is that what you need help with?
Yeah, I need your help.
Because you called the right group of boys then.
I need your help arranging things inside of me, mainly my guts.
I need you. I need you to sort out my plumbing issues.
The stinker's really out of whack. So we get like a blood cleaning montage for no reason.
The only thing that I noticed, I mean, it's boring montage, but the first shot of the montage is Beverly wiping the mirror on the only spot of the mirror that was already wiped in a previous take. There's one clear spot on the mirror, and that's immediately where fucking little towel goes.
Yeah.
And I was like, you couldn't have just grabbed the spray bottle and reset?
No,
we don't have time. This scene sucks. Let's get it over with.
I'd like to pretend that when she wiped, it wasn't clean enough, so she had to wipe a second time.
That's a problem you have a lot.
It is. I think we discussed it last week. Always clean between your butt lips.
While this is happening, we have opportunistic Ben skulking around in her fucking bedroom looking for panties to steal and shit.
Yeah, he's in there perving.
Holy fuck. He's got a trash
around.
bag. He's like, what can I fit in this trash bag she's not going to notice the absence of?
Yeah, what's going to smell the most like her butt lips? That he sees that letter.
Never call them that.
I won't.
Never, ever call them lips.
I won't.
Oh, my God.
He spies his letter on the bed, and he's like, yeah.
Fuck yeah, she'd be jilling to that, I bet.
Yeah. No wonder it's soaked.
She's all beamed up in bed with my letter.
And turns around to see, Ben just risen hard.
Oh, yeah, because they're, like, having a quiet little jokey conversation in the bathroom together, and it's like, all right, I better just leave.
Yeah.
I've been cucked. I've been cucked in my own house.
Fucking risen the ever-loving Christ out of her is what I wrote. She tells him,
I thought you meant risen as in hard?
No.
As in rose?
No, risen.
Yeah, I'm not up on the new lingo. The only reason I even know what that is because I work with a 22-year-old.
I'm sorry you do.
He's a great kid.
Like the only thing, I wish I didn't know it either. I don't like that I know this information.
I don't like the word at all. I don't understand what it means or where it's from.
It's okay. You don't need to. It's
yeah,
from
I'm
kids.
older than this, it's fine.
It's from children.
Yeah.
So this is the part where she's like, hey Billy, I haven't fucked anybody. Just so you know.
In case that was on your list of concerns going forward.
I know that you care so much about who have I fucked.
Yeah.
And it makes such a difference.
I just had one kiss, and I'm going to dance around the fact that it was you in the play. You know, where we were made to kiss by teachers.
Yeah, you know how adults wrote that play where we
cherish
kissed
that memory.
In front of an audience of adults where we had to kiss like adults.
And then she tries to, like, slow roll the poem in, and Bill's just like, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, bitch.
Yeah.
When did this conversation get away from me?
Yeah. He has no idea. They still have, like, a stupid little moment. There's a lot
they do.
I wrote a lot of the time.
Dumb little moments that last a long time.
They're kids and they can't have sex, so they have moments.
Yeah.
And that's fine with me.
Which is, I mean, let's be honest for a sec, okay? If they just banged, that would be more realistic than having a deep emotional connection to somebody at that age.
I don't know, man. I don't want to see it.
That shit, no, neither do I. But they're both bullshit. One's a little bit more believable if teen pregnancy is a thing.
That's fair. That's fair.
There's whole TV shows about it.
There's TV shows, and then there's sequels to said TV shows.
That's right.
So this is where we like Richie's pissed that he had to wait, but everybody's gonna like, let's all talk about what we saw.
Yeah, right here and now.
And let's discuss it in detail.
It was blood everywhere.
Yeah, I saw blood, and then
did you see the blood?
I saw the blood. Did you see the blood?
I almost missed the blood. Thankfully, I turned around.
Eddie, what did you see? Fucking leper. Just a horrible person that I didn't help. A horrible person who was helping me pick up my pills.
A homeless man who just needed some help.
Just a person with diseases I ran away from. You know, like you do when people need help.
Oh my God.
And then fucking
Mike's like, yeah, here's the story about how my fucking parents are dead like I'm Batman.
Yeah. Yeah.
I could have saved them, but I didn't. I could have just unlocked the door. I could have just removed the latch.
But no, I didn't. I don't want to bring it up, but
hey, Richie, what's your problem? Oh, clowns. You know why I say that? There's one right there. It's right there. I can see it from here, and it looks at me.
Yeah, that's kind of easy mode for Pennywise. Like,
I don't even have to try.
You're afraid of me?
Oh, I'm coming out naked. Pennywise is coming out ass naked for Richie. This is what scares you the most.
This should scare anybody who is like mentally competent and able to be an adult. You should be afraid of a naked clown.
Fuck.
It's just upsetting. I'm picturing it, and it's very janky the way it, like, because you know how the eye tracking thing, tip of the dick tracking thing, though, when he's doing the same run, it's a lot more movement.
They gotta center it somehow.
So we, while we're talking about this, Richie's like, "Oh, is this like a virgin thing? You fucking virgins! Is that why I don't see anything scary?"
Yeah.
And then we notice, there's Henry's car with Mike's bicycle.
Uh-ohs.
Yeah.
Why is that like that?
Probably because of racism is happening.
Yeah, in the woods. Let's go investigate.
Yeah, why would you ever go into the woods? That's where racism happens.
It is.
That's where it's born and bred.
And a lot of worse. Born and inbred if you see Deliverance.
And I have. I wish I hadn't. So they...
My coworker Tim is so funny about that movie because he's like, yeah, I mean, it's pretty good. You get all stoked because awesome, like, dueling banjos. No, Burt Reynolds is in it. Oh, then that?
Yeah.
Then that. And everything just goes back like it didn't happen.
They start paddling paddling a canoe down a river, and it's never the same again.
No, it's for anybody.
A pig's squeal means something completely different to me now.
Yeah, I'm not eating bacon ever again.
So we see what we see.
That's what I wrote. Yeah, also, to your point earlier, during the Georgie attack, Bill never mentions to his dad that their basement's flooded. Like, that just never comes up in conversation.
Hey,
Dad, by the way, we got a leak downstairs.
Yeah, by the way, we have
a clown-sized leak.
We have a huge issue. Huge. We have to move for a little bit. So big. So we're seeing what's happening here, and it's racism.
It is. It's
poor Mikey being forced to eat.
Well, his problem was he didn't listen.
That's
he was
fair.
given a piece of advice and he went against it.
He was given
so he was warned.
Yeah, that's true. That's true, but in his defense, it's racist.
It is.
So it was racist advice that he gave.
That's true. I like the idea of the racist weapon being turned on itself in the way that he's about to be killed with a rock, and then he almost gets killed with a rock.
Yeah.
Like, they dome him with those rocks. These kids are the Pele of rock throwing.
They should really take up darts because they're hitting bullseyes.
Dude.
Every time.
Over and over again.
Bullseyes, Henry's eyes.
The accuracy of a 300-foot bow hunter.
And like, these kids are taking rocks to the face and not phased.
Not even worried. It's fine.
What is this? My skull coming out now? Well, I gotta get this rock.
Beverly's like, what is this? My dad's nutsack? This is just the morning for me.
Christ. I didn't need to hear that.
Lackluster green screen here. You can tell that half of this isn't really shot at the river. And then also they're doing the fucking movement tracking thing again. And it's really jarring because it's like they had to fix the colors in post as well. So it's like because you couldn't get the natural daylight anymore. So it's artificially lit, and you could tell the difference between them being in a room and the background being where it is in the world.
Yeah, I think they had to like make up for you seeing the rocks fly behind them. And them not getting pegged by rocks.
The other thing being, I think this was probably made for 3D. As a matter of fact, I'm almost 100% sure it was. So you're getting that whole, I'm not wearing the glasses, but it's still a made for 3D movie effect, like My Bloody Valentine.
Oh, yeah. Friday the 13th, part 3.
Yeah.
So many things jumping at the camera that...
And that's flat now.
Yeah, and you see it and you're just like, I bet that looked really cool. That
looked sick.
Made a lot of people go, whoa.
The way to do that is to actually have depth of field. Like, My Bloody Valentine doesn't do a bad job. There's a couple scenes that, despite the absence of 3D, I'm like, okay, it does kind of look like it's still sticking out.
The way to do it is just to not. You know?
Also, don't have 3D movies anymore because we're in fucking the 2000s, for fuck's sake.
Film alternative scenes to the 3D things.
Yeah, make 2 movies.
There you go. So we're back at the garage, and we're back into Dad's work stuff like a bunch of little punk bastards.
Put the blueprint right back up that he took down.
Yeah, Dad, you wanted your blueprint up? Well, fuck you.
Dad, install a lock on your study.
At this point, why haven't you?
You have a mischievous fucking kid.
You know your kid's got a Pepe Sylvia hamster tube thing. Every time my brother goes down to the Badlands or
The Badlands.
What do they call it?
The Barrens.
The oopsie boopsies.
The Barrens.
And who calls it? Where did they come up with that?
I don't know. Ask the Jersey Devil because he lives in the Pine Barrens. I think Barrens are just, it's a word to describe locations that are that.
Ah.
You know? Empty area.
Okay, all right. I guess.
We're going down to the nothing.
I'm like, my assumption was it's where Pennywise is. But.
That's the cistern. They have a whole word for that, too.
Oh, my God.
Which is just, a cistern is just a big underground sewer. Just call that. Call it that.
Of course the city
We're not playing
planner,
fucking Scrabble, okay?
Of course the city planner's son knows all the words.
Yeah.
So,
I'm surprised, anyway, I'm surprised that fucking Bill here didn't know how big the sewer was to begin with, given how much research he's done on it.
Yeah. Christ.
He should know that place inside and out. You should know that place like the bitch from Silent Hill when she memorizes the rooms in the hospital.
So we're overlaying this old, like, what is it? It's like a slide over the dad's map of the city.
Yeah.
It's an old slide of like the
rear
well.
screen projector.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
That happens to just be right to scale exactly
Perfectly,
perfect.
yeah.
Yep.
Without any changes whatsoever.
Yep. Everything's been the exact way it was for years.
Good thing we met Ben and he had these slides for my projector.
Yeah. Perfect. These slides of like
Kismet. Ask Stanley.
I don't know what we're talking about.
Kismet is a Jewish word for chance or coincidence.
Ah.
Oh, it's something meant to be that happens.
Okay. All right.
All the stars aligning type deal.
Ah. So these kids.
Stanley's Jewish is my point.
That's a great point to make. They make it several times. You almost didn't have to make it.
I will though.
So they put this thing over, and it's a map of all the wells from a long time ago.
Because there was some offhand comment Ben made about how when the people disappeared when Derry was founded, it was just blood leading to a well. Here's my problem.
Oh, I can't imagine what your problem would be with that, Jay.
Dug wells max out at 25 feet deep. You're not hitting underground caverns where a Pennywise lives that deep. That's a shallow well. Are you talking about drilled wells? That's fine. Not in 1890. Shovels, and probably men of a different race than you.
I don't know too much about wells there.
So you're just finding water. The chances that all of the wells connect under because of some deep underground river is that's insane.
Welcome to Derry.
Welcome.
I mean, there had to be some sort of like irrigation, some sort of something. There had to be a system of some kind.
Not from a well. They're designed to serve one property. It's just how the shit works, guys. Pennywise isn't swimming like a fucking parasite in the water underground.
I think he might be, though.
He better not be, or else I'm pissed.
Well, Jay.
That's not very Pennywise of him.
Jay, we come to find that, well, you know, what he is what he is. I don't want to spoil the second film. Heaven forbid we spoil the second film.
An alien.
Jay, please.
How's that?
Please, Jay, please.
I don't even know if it's an alien in the book.
Jay, I don't think it is. Jay, please.
It's not an alien in the book, and also in the book, Richie ain't gay. Sorry, guys.
You know what's in the book, though.
Yeah, worse things than both of those things. Fuck.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, there's like a trail leading to the well, and I'd please stop poking holes in it.
I think the overlay thing is like, look at all these underground connecting tunnels. Yeah, whatever. Fuck you.
Either way, every
what are the odds you dug that well right there on the tunnel?
Yeah. Well, all of the bad things that have happened where people have gone missing are all connected by these lines. They all go to the well house.
So while this is happening, we have slides going on in the background, and eventually the projector, like any other Stephen King book, an inanimate object develops a mind of its own and begins just flipping the slides.
Yeah.
We never get to see, this is supposed to be, I think, Bill's mom's face that's all blown over that turns out to just be the clown, and we just don't get to see what her face looks like.
Yeah.
Throw the fucking projector out the window. The second it starts moving, I don't care if it's Pennywise or not. I don't want that.
You don't want to be reminded of your dead brother with photos that like just incrementally get closer up on his face.
Especially not ones that flip on their own.
Yeah, like you mean like ones that are a movie? You don't want a movie to play in front of you?
No,
is
what is
scary?
this, fucking Sinister?
Are you afraid of
Which I only mentioned because I refuse to put it on the list for next week because that's so on the nose, dude. A child-killing demon that's in film? All right.
It's fair. All right. Thank you for doing us a service.
Right?
So yeah, you know what we're gonna do is actually we're just gonna kick it over. We're gonna kick it the fuck over.
And then we're gonna stand and watch while it still functions.
Yeah, we're gonna let this clown play for a little bit, scaring the one guy who's afraid of clowns.
Yeah.
Just freak him the fuck out for a little bit, then we'll kick it over.
Yeah. And we'll wait to destroy it. We'll wait for Pennywise to just pop out of the screen.
Yeah. I mean,
super big, like an asshole.
Yeah, to scale.
To scale.
He's to scale is what he is. An asshole, yes, but a to scale asshole. So that's it.
Yeah, Pennywise attacks them, and
They flip the lights on, and
they open the garage door so all this natural light comes in. On the inside of the garage, next to Beverly cowering, are my initials graffiti tagged.
Nice. How'd you get that?
How'd I get that? Yeah, I mailed in.
Were you on? Are you subscribed to the It Patreon?
Question though. Who's out here tagging the inside of a homeowner's garage?
Bastard kids.
Damn. Just close the door, I guess.
Yeah. Like, probably pulled something in front of it so the dad didn't notice it right away. He's like, I don't know where that came from.
Also, I don't know who JM is in this movie. There's none. I don't think there's a J name in this.
No, they're all B's. We've been over this.
Yeah. B's and D's inside of B's.
Been over this.
Be advised.
So, despite that,
yeah,
you know, we're still gonna go.
Yeah, we might as well.
That was a horrible thing that we all saw.
I've seen terrors beyond my comprehension.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's have some more.
I've seen supernatural clowns climb out of the wall, and I'm for it.
I bet you 6 kids could hitchhike to a better town.
Hey, let's all go to the house where there's a fucking well in the basement.
Perfect.
Let's go to the house that looks burnt, is burnt, should be torn down.
Also, is this the only well that's not capped in the whole town? You could go to any other house that's not horrifying.
Well, I think the problem is that there's no such thing as wells anymore because that's old stuff.
Yeah.
They stopped making those as soon as children started falling down them.
Well, wells are about as old as most of the mentalities of the adults in this town, so they should have plenty of wells.
You got a point. You got a fucking, just a great point.
Sanctimonious soapbox speech that Bill's got to deliver because, in case you were wondering, as the tallest in the group, he's also the ringleader.
Oh, of course. That's how that works.
So I'm going to rally the troops here. Hey, man, you could write me a fucking sonnet. If I'm not going in the house, I'm not going in the house.
Hey, if you say it's summer one more fucking time, so help me God. So help me God, you'll all float.
Go enjoy your shithead summer then, asshole.
So, yeah, he gives this whole speech. Doesn't stutter. Somebody points that out. I didn't notice it.
Sure.
And then somebody's got to keep watch for the house. We're all going in the well house. Mm-hmm. Everybody but Beverly and, I don't know, Richie. No, Richie goes in. Who doesn't go in?
Beverly.
But she does go in.
Eventually.
There's Beverly and Ben.
They stay outside?
I think so. I don't remember Ben having a part in the...
Yeah. That makes sense. I think it was the people who didn't raise their hands were the ones who were forced to stay outside, which is a huge dick move to just change the rules to be the opposite at the end of the game.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, Rock covers paper. Rock fucks paper in its asshole.
Scissors cut right through Rock like clay.
Yeah.
So they just enter the house. They just not only do they BJ, they also E.
I got hung up on BJ. We're talking about kids here, all right?
Well, I said just the letter B.
They do break and they do enter. And then they Scooby-Doo like retards through this house.
Oh,
You have one job, and it's to keep your shit together. And by shit, I obviously mean group. So let's not make sure at all at any point that Eddie has fully stopped down a hallway.
Yeah.
Far enough for a door to shut and lock.
And absolutely, when Eddie says something, we should maybe turn around.
No, we don't do that.
Yeah,
Matter of fact, we don't even listen. What was that? The sound of an inhaler being used?
Oh, boy. Was that a panic attack in the background?
Yeah, just another Sunday for fucking Spaghetti Eddie.
Well.
And they don't learn their lesson after that because later on, Richie and Bill also get separated by a locked door that one walks through and the other doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
Huddled together for warmth in the dirty, drafty house.
The fact that, like, so Eddie hears the sounds that he hears.
And he doesn't go, hey, sounds, guys.
Not even that. Hey, leper. I remember what the leper sounds like.
Oh, yeah.
And we're in the leper's house.
Fuck. Great point.
Like,
He's probably around.
the fact that this sound, like, it's a leper, it should have haunted that kid for life. Like, the second he hears a wheezy anything, just, the leper's back. His PTSD just triggered.
Like a dog hearing a bell.
But yeah, I hear one leper, I will
You've
know.
heard them all?
I'll know the sound of a leper for the rest of my life.
Yes, you will. Fuck. So Eddie gets got right down a hole. He just kind of lets it happen to him, too. He sees a leper so hard he faints.
Yeah. And the leper is just trying to help. He's got the dude's pill.
Yeah, you can have it back, man.
Sure, it's on his tongue,
You're past your schedule, like the time.
Yeah.
You got to keep that on a schedule. It fucks your hormones up. Ask any woman on birth control.
Yeah, the leper's literally like, hey, it's time to take your pill. And then he falls down the hole and his watch goes off because it's literally time to take his pill.
Amazing. Didn't notice.
Yeah.
That's fucking hilarious.
Like, he reaches over and, like, stops his watch and then just, like, passes out.
And which is weird to me because I was like, college students do this and put it on TikTok. Everybody's jumping into fucking tables these days. You know what I mean?
Barstool Nation, isn't that what it is?
Yeah, of course.
You were doing it way before they were.
Yes, I was. I want my credit.
Hey, you should be getting $200 in a case of
sending
beer.
emails, man. Pilfering.
So we don't really care about Eddie.
Well, he's downstairs now, so that's too far.
Yeah, and also the door slammed, locking us away from Eddie.
Yeah.
This whole scene is just kids getting separated by doors slamming closed.
Yeah.
Why are you
That's what I'm saying. Why are you not hold hands?
Hold hands.
Who cares if it's gay?
Do that thing that they did in kindergarten where everybody has to tie a rope.
Yeah, and you gotta hold the knot.
I did something bad when I was a kid.
Did you cut it?
No, I made a loop and I put it around my fucking neck.
Oh yeah, nice.
I'll tell you one thing right away. It pulls taut.
Really hard to get that off when there's still kids walking with the rope, huh?
Yeah, 11 kindergartners on either side of you.
Yeah, it's like a locomotive.
It sure is. Thank God there was teachers.
They've created momentum like the Juggernaut at this point.
Thank God there is teachers.
Richie, gets isolated into a fucking clown room, and there's a Richie-sized coffin in the room. Let's walk right to it.
Oh,
I want to see if I fit.
We forgot about him losing his mind over, like, the missing poster of himself.
Yeah.
That he finds. He's like, am I missing?
You've seen 50 weirder things than this today.
Yeah. Do you think you're missing? Like, you would know if you were missing.
Do you know where you are right now? You're not missing.
Yeah. You're with friends. We're not missing.
You're found.
We just had a talk with my dad. He said, get the fuck out of the garage.
Yeah.
We're not missing, trust me. But, so he's in his room full of, like, objects covered in sheets, and something moves. It's Pennywise.
Yeah.
And we know it's Pennywise because we can see it's Pennywise.
Yep.
With his face. So he walks around the room, and then all of a sudden, it's the clown room.
It is.
All the sheets have fallen off. And why a leper would keep a clown room like this?
You raise a great point. There's no reason for any of that to exist in there.
And, like, you have to go through several bigger rooms to get to this small clown room. Makes it seem like it might be a pervert thing.
Plus, I can't imagine that many thrift store owners allowing a guy like that in their store.
Y'all got any clowns?
Not for you, sir.
It's true. He does have that club foot. I don't know why he decides to walk toward the coffin.
That's what I'm saying. Like, why the fuck would you not hide in a corner, cowering, away?
Why wouldn't you
try the door?
Try the door until it opens. It's a wood door. It will open if you try it enough.
Yeah, life finds a way.
Try every part of the door until it breaks away. You're in a crack den. Crack that den.
Fucking black mold's eating the hinges anyway. You probably just push it over.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. In the coffin, you got, like, it's a dummy made up to look like what's his face there.
Yeah, Richie,
and then
you know what it looks like? The Bubbles puppet.
Conky? Yeah, It does look like Conky a lot with maggots hanging out of it.
Yep.
Yeah, and that doll's not in good shape either. So I don't know why he decides to slam the lid closed. Like that's gonna make everything.
Well,
go away.
he woke up Pennywise, is what happened.
Oh yeah,
And
Pennywise
wakes up with a start.
Pennywise launches out of there like those like old water bottle pumps that you used to buy to like launch rockets. You ever?
Yeah.
That's what it reminded me of. And he like.
I mean, I was
like
thinking
Iron
Jack
Man.
in a Box, but
Yeah.
all right.
That too. Oh my God, the new Family Guy. It's like, oh God, I think it's oh yeah, it's fucking Chris Griffin showing Stewie his Jack in the Box. And he's like, here you go, and he like opens it, and he's like, oh my God, what did you do? What have you done? And he's like, well, it's not called a Jack everywhere else.
What was the one you fucking sent me yesterday?
Oh boy,
I was gonna skip right over that one because
Yeah.
I know what F word you're gonna go for, and it's not the normal F word.
Yeah, Stewie's trying to teach his Boston brother to be polite.
Yeah.
And he's got an ABC book.
Fuck.
Oh Christ. So yeah, Pennywise lands like Iron Man in this scene, and
Yes, he does. It's the Superman fall.
that's that. It's time to float.
It is. Although somehow, yeah, the door opens and he just fucking gets away. I think Bill opens the door.
Yeah, probably. And
So all right, sick.
as you should when your friend is screaming.
And now, a small error that I noticed in this movie. All right, Bill and Richie see Eddie's head pop out of a mattress
I hated it.
with
Yeah.
goo.
Mm-hmm.
In reference to the hawking loogies off the cliff and probably hitting turtles with them.
Probably.
This is the only scene in the movie where Eddie takes the form of somebody still living. Why can he just do that?
Oh, you mean Pennywise?
Yeah.
Because he wants to.
That's it.
Yeah.
This is the one time that he's chosen to do it, just because it can be scary for the movie.
Pretty much. That's to be honest, it could have been literally. It didn't even have to be in the scene because it didn't seem like it was important to the scene.
It wasn't.
Eddie
is very much still alive. He's just down.
It seemed like just an excuse to get them to like move back to the door again.
Yeah.
Because there's loogie acid like flowing towards them, I guess.
3 doors. Very scary. Scary and not scary at
Yeah.
all, I think.
Yep.
Pick scary. Don't pick very scary or not scary at all. Not scary at all is not an option in the Pennywise house.
It's a lie.
100% it is, and I don't have to. I could be 4 and I know that.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's called a trick, and I'm not getting tricked.
Yeah, and the very scary. I mean, I'm not going to take the risk.
Well, yeah.
We're staying middle of the road on this.
We know he can do very scary.
I can handle scary.
Yeah.
You know, what is that? A sinister look across an alleyway? I'm okay with that.
Eyes in the darkness.
Sure. A whisper in my ear.
So what's
Certainly not a half of a girl hanging from a closet.
Yeah, where's my shoe is what she says.
You don't need it.
So we know exactly who that is.
We're fine.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
fine without them.
Slam the door closed. Where were her fucking legs?
Great question.
Good one, Richie. You're asking all the best ones.
Fuck the shoe.
Yeah.
We have more pressing issues. It's
Jesus
shoes.
Christ. This is where Pennywise has got. I think we realize that Eddie has broken his arm,
Yeah.
and Pennywise is like, "Oh, good, fear, num num num," and he says the line like, "Oh, your delicious fear, I'm gonna suck it," or some shit.
Pennywise goes, it looks like you got a pretty bad break there, so he opens the fridge to get some ice.
Oh, right, he comes out of the fridge like a
Nightmares.
yeah.
Like nightmares.
Twisted up and untwists himself like Drop Dead Fred. Terrifying movie for a child to watch.
Any old like magic TV show where you had a contortionist in a glass box.
Yeah, and any old TV show where a man has to like push his head from being flat to being three-dimensional again.
Yeah. Great.
I don't think he does that in this, but he might as well have coming out of that fridge.
This does the thing where you like blow on your thumb and it boom.
Ugh, yeah,
You know?
exactly that thing. So, yeah, there was any question before this,
Yeah.
if Pennywise was feeding on fear.
And he most certainly is. It's his favorite food.
Yeah, it's that, and then it's boys.
Yeah. In that order, though.
Girls second, boys.
I need my amuse boosh.
My booze.
Just booze.
Christ.
Just booze.
So yeah, fucking big toothy smile. Pennywise opens that mouth real big.
He does. He's good at that.
And when he opens his mouth as big, like when he does the snake thing, the rest of his head looks like when you pet a cat too hard and you're pulling its skin back.
Oh my god.
That's what I see every time when its eyes like stretch out like that.
That's exactly what it looks like. Holy shit.
So before you can eat Eddie, the boys bust in and interrupt that whole deal.
Yeah. And Beverly fire pokes him in the head. Now, I don't know if you noticed, but that fire poker sure does change angle and position about 5 times.
I did not notice. I was too busy just watching him go goblin mode.
He does do that.
It's like a half and half face kind of deal.
Yeah. And then he still does the I bid you adieu when he leaves, which is hilarious.
Oh, yeah.
But so it starts in the cheek, comes out the other side a little bit. Next scene, it's in his eye, and it still comes out the other side, but more. And then later on, it changes in depth over and over again. I was a little pissed.
I didn't notice. I did see him spin around and slash Ben because Ben's there for some reason.
Like, what a dick move! You didn't have to do that to Ben. He already got cut in the stomach.
Ben's also fucking useless.
His job is to fatly stand around.
He's a meat shield.
The big one. He's a tower shield of meat.
Are you dying over there?
Yes! I've been sick for 2.5 weeks. It's not ending.
Christ.
It's probably AIDS.
I enjoyed seeing Pennywise recede back down the hole with his little eyes going back down. That was good.
It was.
And then this is where Richie's like, hey, wait a minute. I'm just going to snap this shit back into place.
And then he does. Where are you getting that medical knowledge from, 12-year-old boy?
Yeah, he does. And guess what? It doesn't do anything good.
No, it hurts real bad, clearly.
Yeah. So we cut to Eddie's mom calling Beverly a slut.
Yep.
And basically breaking up the Fen group.
I've heard rumors about you and how you sling that puss all around town.
She says part of that.
She stops just short of calling her a dirty birdie.
She might as well have.
Let me tell you. Stephen King.
So,
a bunch of things that you can rely on in Stephen King movies. Kids near trains. Maine.
Mm-hmm.
And dirty birdies.
Oh, and dirty birdies.
There's always one.
There's always one. So we're
Yeah, she breaks up the friend group. They get into an argument that results in one punch in the face, and that's enough for everybody to just say, well, fuck everyone.
And I think at this point, Ben realizes that Beverly isn't trying to run away from Derry like he was trying to. Because the other scene is like,
that's right.
Why don't we just fuck off? And the next time, because they at some point realize every 27 years. They do the math, and it's every 27 years. That's the thing.
That was Ben with all his hard-hitting ass research that he did.
He comes around every 27 years. If you weren't aware.
It's like the Creeper, but longer.
Yeah.
A little.
And so he's like, I'll be 40 next time that happens, and I won't be concerned with a clown chewing on my children.
No, I mean, I will, but for different reasons.
Yeah.
Because I have them.
We get another face the facts. Georgie's dead.
Yeah. Thanks for the fucking reminder as if I don't have to go home after this.
Yeah.
Sick. Just lonesome, dejected montage of kids spending their summer by themselves.
Mike killing sheep.
Just being good at it naturally, apparently.
Oh, yeah. He's a profesh.
Henry, then we get Henry Bauer's house where we're doing target practice with Dad's gun. Now, let me just say right out of the gate here.
Yeah.
If he's worried about a knife, you're touching his service weapon? This father is a police officer. That means that every time that weapon's discharged, he has to do paperwork.
That's right.
That you get one lash for each line I have to write about why my bullets are missing.
Apparently is.
Oh, he just stops caring at that point.
Yeah,
it's a form either way.
I already got to do the paperwork.
Yeah, fuck it.
We might as well empty the clip.
We might as well.
Say it was into somebody.
Henry is the worst fucking liar on the planet of Earth. His dad comes out and is like, what the fuck's going on out here? And he goes, I was just cleaning your gun like you said. By shooting it in the front lawn?
Are you cleaning it of bullets? Is it riddled with bullets?
It's weird because I could hear the fire. I could hear the gunfire from a block away.
I can hear you telling your friend to hold the cat down.
I haven't used this cleaning method before, son. and then he just Jack Nicholson yells in his face.
Yeah.
There's a movie that Jack Nicholson is in from, I think, the late 60s or early 70s where he essentially joins the Hells Angels. It's not the Hells Angels, but he joins a biker gang.
Mm-hmm.
At the beginning of it, he's just working at a gas station, like a full serve, and a guy gets in his face about how slow the service is. So he reaches into the driver's window and grabs his collar and holds up the dipstick for the oil, and he goes, "You're down a quart." And then the guy tries to get out to fight him, and he just screams in his face, and the guy gets back in his car. Conflict resolved.
I wish I could resolve conflicts like that.
Oh, yeah, dude.
I've tried.
It tends to make them worse
It
conflicts.
sure does. So the dad decides to just like unload around at the kid's feet just to like
right at his fucking feet.
Scare him and show his friends that he's not as tough as he thinks he is.
So the weird thing that his dad has just done, right, has abused his son into a place where he now is extremely aggressive and hostile and violent.
Yup.
And then he goes, "Look, kids, my son's a pussy."
Yup.
Which defeats everything that you've done if you're trying to mold your boy.
Yeah, you really don't want to embarrass him and make him angry
because
when you've given him weapons.
That's going to create a problem for you later.
This is what happened. This is Columbine. This is Columbine right here, right now.
Yes, it is, dude.
So yeah, let's just bully our son a whole bunch.
Yeah.
And then let's take a nap on the couch.
It'll be fine.
Yeah, we're gonna wake up from that.
Also, change your fucking uniform when you get home.
No.
I'm a cop every day.
Maybe we'll put a different earring in? No!
Fuck 12, you know?
Feather earring all the time. So...
Pharmacy bitch blows the lid off fucking Eddie's fake meds here by telling him a word that he does not recognize.
Oh yeah, placebos.
Yeah. What? That means they're bullshit.
That means they're bullshit.
Still too vague.
Yeah.
Not really getting across that they're not real pills.
And you know what? She then signs your cast writing loser on it. Maybe don't take her word for it.
Also, you know the nickname you have. You see LOS? All right, signing over.
Yeah.
Don't just sit there for the whole word.
You know her fucking name.
It starts with a G.
Yeah.
I'm seeing L's here, madam.
My God. And like, yeah, putting a V over it, that really doesn't make it better.
No, it doesn't.
Who wrote lover on your cast, you pervert?
It's probably Beverly. Henry gets red balloon mail despite having no frame of reference for its significance because he's never seen Pennywise or balloons before.
Nor celebrated a birthday, and that's why he is the way he is. He wouldn't know what a balloon tied to a mailbox was.
This is his first time seeing one.
Yeah.
That's why he's so scared by a gift.
Yeah. Oh, present! Oh my
That's
God.
fucking funny.
Is this for me and I'm not about to get beaten?
So the gift is his knife, which he then uses to go inside of his father.
He opens up his father because it was... Like, I didn't see his father choking, but apparently he needed a tracheotomy.
Yeah, you don't traditionally do that from the side, but I appreciate the effort.
Hey, this is first go.
Yeah. And plus, he's in the middle of a psychotic episode.
Yeah, with the TV telling him to do what he's doing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then a chance, kill them all, which he doesn't do.
I mean, if you say so, I'll give it the college try.
Yeah, definitely the college try until I fall into the fucking abyss later.
You're like an idiot.
So,
Beverly gets home, or Beverly is home and she's trying to go out, and she...
Oh, God.
When did Beverly's dad have the time or distraction to install a whole ass padlock without her noticing? Because she just notices the new latch on the... So she wasn't home, or she must have been home when it was installed, but like you didn't hear a drill?
Maybe the drills go off all the time. Like he had that...
he is a mechanic, so I guess.
That measuring tape was like sitting there.
Fine.
Ready to go for her
Still,
to
though.
measure.
Worst line in the movie? When Beverly's father confronts her about the fact that she's been spending time with a group of boys and the only girl. First of all, where his mind goes right away? Let's question that. But in case there was any wonder about where his mind goes, I know all too well what's in the minds of boys. Why do you know it?
Because you are
Why
one.
do you know all too well that boys want to fuck your daughter?
You got the same mind.
Oh.
He's just one of the boys.
He's straight up also pulls out the love note. She tries to play it off like it's nothing. And then he goes, well, why'd you hide it in your underwear drawer then?
Oh. This is what. Yeah. Now, when
Just one question.
Yeah, you ask your question because I've got a statement.
Why were you in the underwear drawer?
Why were you in the underwear drawer? Now,
while she wasn't home.
Yeah.
I assume.
Likely without permission because.
There's no way there's permission.
If you asked, it would be a hell no.
Yeah, the answer would be no right away.
So, it's kind of like when you can describe your teacher's penis perfectly. Well, whose fault is that? You know? How did you have access to that?
Don't shoot the messenger.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, you found the thing, but what were you doing?
Oh, my God.
Why were you doing what you were doing to find what you found? We're not just going to blow over the crime here.
So now it's time for Beverly's dad to remind her that, well, she's his little girl with his penis. And so she hides in the bathroom.
I wrote, I don't like this, Daddy, as a quote from me.
Well, it's also probably a quote from her once a week.
Yeah.
But
this one's from me.
So she locks herself in the bathroom and he kicks the door in. No damage to the door frame whatsoever. Latch is fully intact.
He's a cop. He knows how to do that.
He's a mechanic. He's not even the cop.
Maybe the door's got a real weak lock.
I do, however, like that he immediately got brained with the fucking toilet tank lid.
Was it a toilet tank lid?
Yeah.
Awesome.
That's not light.
No, it's
like,
not.
They're not very heavy, but they're fucking not light.
You ever put one down silently? Impossible.
Not possible at all.
It sounds like you're breaking it.
It's also solid porcelain.
I didn't
better than a hammer.
I didn't catch what he got brained with, but looking around the room, if I saw that there was no lid to the toilet,
just assume.
Yeah, it's gonna be meeting my face.
In a way, bathroom is one of the best places to hide from an assailant. You got that lid right there. If you really wanted to, pull the whole fucking toilet off.
Hey, jump out the window.
Also that.
Turn hot water on and then stand on the other side of it so they can't go through the hot water.
What are they, hydrophobic? Just turn on any water.
That too. So,
this is when I wrote down theater playing Nightmare on Elm Street 5 a year before its release. Whoops.
Whoopsies. Yeah, Bill comes in and finds, oh, right, because after she brains him, she turns around and boom, Pennywise.
Yeah.
Because Pennywise the whole time.
Well, she gets got.
Yep. And
I
Bill...
almost prefer Pennywise over that father.
Oh, me too. I absolutely did. I could have done without the father in this film.
At least he puts me in a coma before he does that shit.
Right. Bill just walks into the house knowing full well the dad doesn't want them there.
Yeah, that's good of him.
Yep.
Didn't even fucking really put that together. Just walks right in. Nobody answered the door.
Mm-hmm. In blood on the ceiling is written, if you will die if you try.
Yeah.
So, all right, why? Just get a new Beverly. Just get a new one.
There's got to be another hot redhead in town.
So, I guess what we got to do is go find our friends who we just fist fought.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. Time has passed.
So
much time has passed, it's been like a month.
Oh, boy.
Because we're at the end of summer now. It's
right,
August and
that's
shit.
That's fair. It's time
Whereas
to make
it was
up.
July.
It's time to kiss and make up.
That's how that works.
So we find Richie. Oh, shit. Pennywise has got what's-her-face.
Yeah, that was enough to convince me that I don't hate you for punching me square in the face.
Well and good.
Boys will be boys.
We'll call up Eddie. Eddie's got a big old V written on his arm because it's still broken.
Yeah.
And it was horribly broken.
He yells the word gazebos at his mom while he leaves the house.
Oh, yeah.
Like, that's not going to be the most confusing shit to hear as a mom. What the fuck did you just say to me, idiot?
What do you mean gazebo pills?
Gazebo pills.
You're a boy.
We don't even have one of those outside.
You got to keep your gazebo nice and healthy.
Yeah, your good old gazebo.
Your gazebo's looking so plump. So, yeah, I wrote Munchausen by proxy right there, of course.
Yep.
And that's only if the bully is right. If the bully is wrong, he just threw the pills that he really needs on the ground and then just left.
It's a great point.
And again, we're taking the bully's word for it. Why would you ever?
Who hates him?
Yeah.
Probably would she probably just said that shit so he'd die in the street.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. So, hey, we're all going to the well house. That's the plan. Let's go to
It worked so well the last time.
Oh, for sure did. But this time we've got a gun.
Oh, good.
Not a good one, but a gun.
No, like it's like a crossbow. It's not even worth the fucking time it takes to reload, probably.
It's a gun if you're within 5 feet of it.
Yeah.
A foot. How far did that spike go?
We really don't notice the fucking big, bright, blue Henry Bowers car right across the street from the horror house in broad daylight. They walk right fucking by it.
There's one Trans Am in town.
Yeah. And there's one car that color in town.
You could recognize it earlier when they were doing racisms in the wood with Mike.
Yep.
Why don't you see it now? It's not like he just pulled up.
They have to like walk 30 feet away from it in order to get into the house.
It should have been in their peripheral vision the entire time.
Yep. It was probably on also. Loudest car.
Yeah, for sure. So no, that's cool. We'll just go in there. Let's get in that house.
Sure.
We all got weapons, spikes and whatnot.
They brought, this was funny, I had this pointed out to me. They brought the accurate kind of climbing rope to go down like a sheer cliff because they tied knots in it for hand and footholds. The mistake is to just use rope. That's how you get burnt when you start sliding because you got sweaty hands in a well. So they were at least that smart.
Just don't go down a well.
Don't go down the well also. Burn it. Put a bomb down there. How's that?
Put a bunch of Mentos and Coke down there.
Yeah, cap the well. What they didn't factor in, though, is that how's Fat Ben going to get back up the well when he's already winded from going down? I guess Ben just sits in the sewer.
The sewer's got to open up somewhere else, right?
You'd hope.
There's got to be a ground level exit. But, like, also, this is a well from the 1800s.
That's right.
We really gonna trust how sturdy this well is? It's been the same well since the 1800s?
Not at all. That rickety wood for the pail?
Yeah, like whatever they
That'll support the weight of 4 boys.
What crossbeam did they tie this over? The one for the entire house, which itself.
The load-bearing crossbeam.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah, we all know what happens the second old Ben tries to climb back up that rope.
Mike's the last to go down, and so he's the first to get attacked by Henry, who shows up.
Yep.
Henry had all the time in the world to get into that house, and he chose to wait that long.
I guess maybe he wanted them deep in it so they couldn't get out.
All right, fine.
I don't know.
Stops just short of saying the N-word probably 5 times in this monologue to Mike.
And we really appreciate it.
Yeah, unlike the original, where it was said like a period at the end of a sentence.
No! Steven!
That rock fight, the fucking Henry Bowers says it to Mike like it's his name. Just casually.
I don't know if I want to watch this movie.
Oh, dude.
How was this made for television?
It's a great question.
Because, like...
It got a big fat R rating.
They made it for television.
Yeah.
Meaning, they made it the way it is.
Yep.
Did they censor it afterwards? Because
nope.
Good. Because why would you make it the way it is without censoring it? Like, why would you make it the way it is just to do more work to make it worse?
You're right. You could have just not had the word in there if you're going to bleep it out.
You could have just not had the word in there at all. And you wouldn't have had to do nothing. And nobody would have felt bad about saying it later in life.
Fuck.
So, Mike remembers that he's got a gun.
Yeah, thanks. Good time to remember that.
Yeah, an air gun that shoots a spike this far. I'm doing my thumb and forefinger here.
We're approximately 4 to 5 inches.
So we're gonna wrestle for that. After the almost racist.
Very, very close. Very close.
It's thank God. Just thank you. Thanks to somebody for having some.
It's like having a rape in a movie. Okay, all that matters is the intent.
Yep. Yeah. I got the racisms.
Yeah.
Get out of my town. Get out of my town. Don't be in my town no more. That's all you had to say.
You didn't listen 5 times.
Makes well enough sense. I understand what that means. I know what you're intending to say.
It's already dark enough at night around here.
Yeah, you don't have to say it. I wish you wouldn't say it at all, but you don't have to say it. So, I mean, this is that. There's a whole fight scene for this gun.
Yeah, there is.
And then
we forgot to mention that retard Mike drops all the ammo down the well.
I think he does that after this.
Sure.
But so the gun goes off, but Mike has like this lightning speed where he can just push the gun away. Like,
no, the perfect
no
time.
gun. I push that gun.
Mm-hmm.
And it goes off. it's unloaded now. There's no loading it unless you're gonna fumble with some air containers.
Yeah. So think Henry gets rocked in the face.
Something like that.
And then pushed into a well to his death, let's be honest.
There's no way it's not to his death. You don't fall that far and live.
No, you don't.
Unless you hit water and it's a well.
And even then, we've seen The Ring.
Yep. No.
You're fucked.
Yeah. You become an evil little girl. No matter if you were a boy going in there or not.
No, it's fine. You transition right as soon as you hit that water.
So, that's good. That's fine. But there's some bad stuff happening to Beverly here because she wakes up in the sewer.
Yeah,
which
that
is
sucks.
never good. It's never a good place to wake up.
It's not.
Especially when you didn't go to sleep there. And so what's
honestly, if I went to sleep in the sewer, I would hope that I woke up somewhere else.
This is the best case scenario.
Like hell.
Best case scenario. So if you, yeah, hell would be worse. She wakes up and just there's a mountain of kids stuff. It's all kids toys and clothes. And
Kids stuff.
It's literally a mountain.
How about kids? How about tons of kids in the mountain as well, chilling?
Not by choice. I don't think they're.
No, they don't want to be there.
I don't think they're chilling so much as are dead.
So go ahead and look up and notice that the kids are also floating. Now, question. Natural daylight coming into this cistern.
Yep.
That tower reaches almost all the way up to ground level.
You sure does.
Because you can see the grate.
You sure
You're
can.
telling me nobody's looked down that grate and been like, why are there so many kids floating and bodies down there?
Yeah.
That's weird.
This one looks just like the one on the poster.
And I can see him real clearly because he's levitating right in my face.
They're literally bumping up against the grate. Where the fuck is this?
Holy fuck. It's somewhere that requires a grate. So it's somewhere where people are a lot.
Well, yeah. Or they'd be falling down it.
Nobody looks down when they walk in Derry.
So they're in the well house. They go down the well. And I don't know how far in they travel because they don't show them traveling.
Yeah.
But it can't be that far away from the house.
No, because you're on foot.
And like
There's only so much walking you can do before you get tuckered out.
Zigzag pipes. Like there's the one scene where while they're trying to get Mike in because they go down the well and like to the side through a hole, they just decide that's I mean it's a pretty good assumption. It's claw marks all throughout.
Yeah.
Obviously Pennywise.
Somebody's doing something in there that you should investigate.
Yeah.
If you're going to investigate something. Now I wouldn't. But.
No. And well, I'll tell you who does. Stanley.
Yeah.
He sees, well, first of all, a clown in the sewer. Again.
Bad start.
Yeah. Hey guys, there's the clown in the sewer.
Hey guys that are right near me. I see him.
Are we looking for a clown in the sewer? Because there's a clown in the sewer.
Nah. Deal with it on your own.
Yeah, hold on. Let me turn and then turn back to find myself in a different spot.
And also in a mouth.
Yeah.
Right inside a mouth, face first.
Oh my god, that awful fucking lady comes out of nowhere. That's what happened? All I remember is she's there and she's awful.
It is lady, and then it does that thing where the monster attacks the camera and it cuts to black.
Yeah. Yeah, it opens up its mouth and there's Pennywise has a mouth. It's a signature mouth. It's teeth. It's not the paint on the face. It's 100% the goblin shark mouth.
Yeah.
That when he opens it up, it goes wide, but it also extends out.
It separates out. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's like the
like a graboid.
Like a graboid.
Plenty of just as many teeth as well.
Yeah. So the boys. They eventually stumble upon a screaming Stanley who's
getting face hugged like Alien.
Yeah, this lady has got her jaws around his whole head, and when they get there, she does the goblin shark thing where her gums extend out and her head moves back.
Fuck yeah.
Oh, and she just lets go.
I'm down.
For what reason? Just chomp.
Finish.
Just chomp. The
Clean
boy's
your
dead.
plate.
One less boy.
This isn't enough for Bill to give a shit about sticking together with anybody.
No.
Because he sees Georgie for 5 fucking seconds in the it sewer where nothing is real.
Nothing.
And then he unilaterally decides to take the only projectile weapon that they have and go off by himself. All right, see you guys. You're fucked, eh?
Knowing there's one bullet for it.
I don't know. I don't even know if he knows that.
No,
so when
he
the
doesn't.
thing falls, they
Mike's,
don't notice?
Mike's the only one.
Yeah.
That's right.
Maybe yell that down the well.
Yeah. Oops.
Heads up.
Maybe somebody go, what's this?
Yeah. What's this falling I can grab easily with my hand?
But no, it's all right. It's all right. Fine. We
Why are you still following your dead brother who has been an It puppet in the past in this movie.
Exactly. What happened last time?
You're
He
not
went downstairs
fooling anybody.
And It had his hand up this kid's rectum.
You know? You want to see that again?
I don't know what you're expecting is going to be different. I guess it's a sewer now.
So worse.
Yeah. We fucking follow you know what we missed was Beverly trying to escape, and then Pennywise opening his sideshow cart to do that eye-tracky power dance that he does that made me laugh so fucking hard.
That's the kind of dance a leprechaun does on top of the pot of gold to tease you.
It's the kind that is the literal dance. And it's a dance that you don't do with a serious face.
No, because it just looks sillier.
Yeah, unless you want people to fucking laugh.
And then he jumps at her with wires.
Yeah.
You don't get to see the wires, but that was a far leap, and they did like the Matrix glide thing. I know what it is when I see it, all right?
We know what wires look like.
And then, get deadlit.
Yeah. So she's...
It's like being gaslit, but worse. You don't actually want your soul.
Is that what it... I don't understand. He like opens his mouth up. He blooms like a flower.
Yeah.
He's a demigorgon flower blooming.
He's that flower that smells like a corpse.
Yeah. And inside his throat are just... Well... Benoit balls. Glowing Benoit balls. I don't know what else they would be.
Well, he clearly has been dilating. Look at how wide he can open it. They are effective.
And they're screaming for help.
He's got great muscle control in there.
Yeah. I guess it puts her into some sort of coma.
You get
trance.
So canonically they're called deadlights.
Sure.
But I don't know where this dumb name, so who cares?
Did Stephen King write that?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know why he wrote that?
Because he's bad at coming up with names for things.
He sure is.
Derry?
The Shining?
Yeah. Just say Psychic Boy.
Just fucking say ESP.
Honestly,
say it.
The Shining part of that movie wasn't it was like, this is less than half important. It was about the ghosts in the hotel, man.
It's barely important.
And also Jack Nicholson turning into a murderer slowly. Those two things, way more happen.
Yeah, no. All The Shining is this child talking to...
an old black man elsewhere?
Scatman Carruthers is his God-given name.
Yes, it is. He better have used it.
So... Steven, if you're listening, and I know you love to listen to criticisms.
You obviously own a dictionary, right? Just look up it more.
Mm-hmm.
Look at more words than the ones you're choosing.
I am trying to remember the stupid one from Dreamcatcher. Not only was like the dude's name Jonesy.
Duddits? Because it's Douglas, but he's a retard. So he can't even pronounce his own goddamn name. And I have to take it seriously when he turns into a fucking alien?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do, huh?
That's the fucking one.
Holy shit.
Oh, Steven.
You know that he wrote Duddits in the book like 10 times.
More than that. They call that kid a lot. They're having a lot of conversations with Duddits.
He's difficult to corral.
And to be honest, I didn't catch that his name was Douglas.
Oh my God.
So you saying that to me...
Is it better or worse? Well,
it's better because I thought that he just had a name that matched him, him.
In the he comes out of the womb and the dad's like, yeah, I know. we got the name.
Fucking I already filled it out. No, I didn't misspell it.
Shit, I saw the ultrasound.
Doesn't fucking matter. Duddits.
Fuck.
Why? Duddits. So
George runs into, Bill runs into Georgie, and they have a conversation about how useless of an older brother he is, and I'm sorry and I miss you. Where's your fucking arm, you idiot? Then everybody else catches up, and the way to snap Beverly out of her coma, her deadlight trance, is to, I don't know, sexually assault her because she's used to that.
Yeah, hey.
Because Ben kissing Beverly on the coma mouth reads kind of the same as somebody getting fucked when they're passed out drunk.
It sure does. And like nobody's like, hey man, don't.
Nah, he just dives in. He doesn't wait.
Like, if nobody else is gonna kiss her on the lips, I'll get this
sure
party
am.
started.
Why the fuck would I say no to that? It's
Yeah.
a free ride.
We're gonna fucking. I'm right here. We get to kiss her on the lips.
Just won the lottery on this.
Yeah.
Free lips right out in the open.
Nobody else is gonna try this. Well, I've read the storybook.
Most savage moment in the movie goes to Bill looking his little brother dead in the face and shooting him in the fucking forehead.
Oh, yeah.
Like he's putting down Old Yeller.
Oh yeah, I love my brother, but you're not my brother.
Bow!
What
man.
if he was though?
What if he? And there was that little 2 seconds where he's just laying on the ground.
Yeah.
Where he's like, "Oh shit, have you really just survived down here on squirrels and human feces for 20 years?"
With an arm that's not there, but still just goopy gop hanging out.
The fucking wiggles that dead boy's body around long enough to stretch him.
Oh my god, a whole clown comes out of that boy.
Stretches that boy right out.
A whole clown comes right out of that boy. And these are you and I yelling this.
Yeah.
Not good out of context.
Not great in public.
That boy gets stretched right out by a clown.
Fucking manages to get a hold of Bill and gives everybody that ethical train question. It was like, okay, you can pull the lever and everyone dies. Or you can not pull the lever and I'll just take this boy.
And I'll have my nap.
And I'll have my nap. I'll have my 10-minute after dinner power.
Yeah. You won't see me. That's like that's the whole dilemma. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because even he knows he's like, I'm gonna have another 27-year nap here.
Yeah. I'm feeling sleepy.
This is all I need. I can either have one boy or all of you.
This is my warm milk.
And then Richie.
Don't make me read you a bedtime story.
No.
You know?
Well, Richie kind of gives him a bedtime story.
Yeah, he does.
He goes off. He's like, well, look, man, this is what happens. You're going to die. Like, I told you I didn't want to die. I told you I didn't want to die. And you're like, oh, shit.
You didn't listen.
Oh, my God. This is savage right here.
Yeah.
And then he's like, well, I guess I'm going to have to kill this clown then.
Yeah.
And this is where they throw rocks at him again or something.
Real Pulp
they just,
Fiction vibes.
They just start beating him with chains.
They start hitting him with stuff that's just lying around while he tries to shapeshift into just many things that might be frightening. At one point, there's a crab.
Yeah, he's got.
Why the fuck is there just? Is it because Stanley can't eat seafood?
He's really going after Stanley here. At one point, yeah, he's got her dad's head, and she just skewers him.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, oh, fuck yeah.
Fantastic.
Real good. Do that more.
And that's the...
I wrote that. Turns into the thing Beverly just cracked over the head with a tank lid, like it was going to be any different this time.
Yeah,
You're going to get the same treatment I just gave my father if you're my father.
And how can she be scared of that?
Yeah.
He's dead on the floor.
I did the thing and it went great.
Oh, let's try it again. Oh,
Turn
wow.
into a gun so I can shoot you.
Great results.
You know?
So, yeah, they figure out that, oh, man, it was our fear giving him all this strength. And now that we're beating the ever-loving shit out of this clown in the sewer.
He doesn't like that. He doesn't like this turn of events too much.
I guess we're doing pretty well here.
Bam. Opens his head up and he goes, all right, well, peace. I'm going to go sleep this one off.
Yeah.
We'll try again in the morning.
As he go
27 years from now.
Where they send him back to sewer hell.
Yeah. Well, he just whispers the word fear over and over.
Yeah. And then, did you know it's September. Well, Bill finds Georgie's raincoat. We cut to September.
Yeah.
A whole month.
It's the end of summer. We have to go back to school, which naturally somehow means that our friendship is over.
Basically.
So blood packed by the creek.
Oh, yeah. Blood packed. And if that clown ever comes back to life, we'll come back and beat the piss out of him.
Hey, I got a question for you. Has anybody got any soap? Before I cut my hand open so deep that sewage gets in my bones.
Well, we don't have to worry about it because this is a month later.
Fine.
I mean, when you go in the sewer, are you ever really clean when you come out?
Why the fuck would they go back to where the sewer's nearby after all that
It's their
in a month?
favorite thing. It's their favorite place to be.
And then shitty dumb ending sucks. Let's all hold hands and we'll do the camera spins around the whole group while we get all sentimental.
They look like the clay candle holder from the 90s.
Yes, they do. My mom had like 4 of those.
Absolutely. Every mom had 4.
Everybody procedurally leaves one by one as if none of them live nearby each other.
They're never going to see each other again. Like as if they're not walking in the same fucking direction.
The exact same, to the same road.
Yep. Oh, yeah. They're all just...
I'm just sick of you right now.
Yeah.
Now you go on vacation with somebody for a month. You're like, okay, let's not hang out for 2 weeks.
I've ran out of things to say to you.
Exactly. With the express purpose of having Bill and Beverly end up alone so that they can passionately kiss.
Yeah, really fuck Ben, huh?
Never mentioned the poem again. Also, fuck Ben for real for never being like, hey, by the way, my poem.
No, he does. After he kisses her, she like wakes up and is like, oh, blah, blah, blah,
they say it
poem.
back and forth.
And he's
means
like, yeah,
nothing.
poem.
Because still kisses Bill right on the fucking lips.
Yeah, she realizes the mistake she's made. My God.
She's like, you know what? That was, in hindsight, a non-consensual kiss.
I'm
Don't you hate it when women do that and then you end up going to jail because they changed their mind?
Ooh, Jay. You're lucky it's at the end. I'm out of energy to throw something at you. That's the movie.
Yeah, man. Good thing there wasn't an orgy given how awkwardly everyone merely kisses.
Yeah, thank God. I wouldn't want to watch them bang for the first time.
No. It probably looks like Mormons.
Honestly, it's called soaking.
It's called soaking, and the other one's called jump humping. The soak is when you're stationary because you can't move, right? So they'll bring a friend in who will bounce on the bed like a monkey.
Have you watched oh God, what is it? The jury thing. Courtroom jury. I don't know what it's called, but
Judge Judy?
No. So it's a show where they've got a guy and he thinks that he's at a real courtroom thing, but it's all fake. And it's like there's a famous dude in it.
Okay.
And at one point it comes up, they're like, oh, these two want to hump and we have to help them. And it's this fucking famous guy from like Netflix shows.
Okay.
And he's jumping on the bed to make them hump. And this guy who is just like, is this actually happening?
This is weird.
It's such a good show.
This is weird what you're describing to me.
Oh, it's so good.
I don't even know how to take half of what you just said.
Why
is there
good.
a courtroom involved?
But the whole thing is like, they tell him like he's on a documentary about the courtroom or like for a jury.
So come help these people fucking what?
It's just a hidden camera prank show where they just drive this guy fucking crazy.
Okay.
It's so good.
All right. Is Johnny Knoxville involved?
No, but I think I'd like it a lot less if he was, considering these days what he's up to.
He's got a prank show with Eric Andre that's apparently not bad.
That's what I don't like.
Makes sense.
I mean, Eric Andre quit, so...
He almost quit.
Oh,
he didn't quite quit.
He should quit.
He was being tased too much.
Yeah, and does he think that's going to stop?
Like, that's a good point. And then also, like, you're crossing a boundary when I can't sit on my own show.
Yeah.
Like, give me a break.
However, Johnny Knoxville's got that one tune.
He's incapable of, Fuck. Well, anyway, it gets a 7 out of 10 from me.
7 out of 10?
Despite all that, because it is an enjoyable movie, to be honest. And
honestly,
some cool, creepy shit.
7 out of 10. It was not terrible. It was good.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't not good. I enjoyed it.
A lot of the complaints can be overlooked for the sake of the movie. You know?
I had a good couple squeals. Like I at one point made the same sound Billy made.
And I mean, that's rare.
Yeah, it doesn't happen very often. The Scar. I enjoyed the Skarsgård acting.
Yep.
He acted like a weirdo. I haven't seen the first one, so I don't know how to compare it. But
he's better because it's just Tim Curry and clown paint. That's it.
It's just a step to the right.
And like he's lucky because he's already got a naturally massive mouth. But if it was just like another guy, it would be even worse.
Fair.
That smile that Skarsgård does for this is a smile that he developed as a child to scare his siblings.
I love it.
So effective.
Yeah. I mean, what a great sibling to have.
Awesome sibling. Nightmare sibling.
Actively working on a way to terrify your family. It's good. You're just a good guy.
I got 4 movies for you here.
All right.
I tried really hard to get Wishmaster on the list, but I couldn't find a way to shoehorn it in.
That's okay.
For some reason, I just wanted to watch Wishmaster.
Whenever I think of Wishmaster, I think of Pagemaster, and I think of Macaulay Culkin and Talking Books.
That's fine.
Good.
Gin. So, 4 categories here.
Mm-hmm.
First one is mascots,
Okay.
because a clown is sort of a mascot for the circus.
Yeah. All right.
Unsupervised kids cause trouble
Yikes.
is the second one.
Okay.
We have child-eating monster,
Okay.
emphasized not demon, because I had originally wrote demon, I had to cross it out, just monster. And untrustworthy clowns.
All clowns. Every clown.
It's varying degrees of trustworthy or untrustworthiness,
Yeah.
depending on how smudged the makeup is. I find.
Depends on how far you'll let them get away with your children. This one, you got to stay in the yard. I don't like you. You live next door, too. So mascots.
Yeah.
Demon-eating, or monsters that eat children.
Yep. Unsupervised kids cause trouble.
And what was the last one?
Untrustworthy clowns.
I'm kind of liking either mascots or clowns because I've had enough of kids. This movie had a lot of kid, you know?
Okay.
I see.
Neither of those have kids.
Okay, so the face you made.
One of them is close, but there's no kids in it.
Okay. Well, let's go mascots because I can't possibly think of what that could be.
You passed up, and I want you to know this, House of a Thousand Corpses
Thank God.
for Five Nights at Freddy's. Really want to thank him? Yes, praise him.
Thank God, yeah.
And I'll tell you why this is on this list. Matthew Lillard is the guy who runs Five Nights at Freddy's.
Sure is.
And Katniss from the fucking Hunger Games, who I hate. So I kind of want to see him get fucked up.
Okay, all right, I'm excited.
I watched the trailer and like I had deliberately avoided the fuck out of this for however long it's been in existence.
Well, yeah, and it hasn't been that long.
But
really.
it honestly looks decent.
I'm excited.
So we'll see.
To be honest, I find the games to be unplayable because
Because you're sitting in a fucking chair watching cameras and opening and closing doors. Janitorial service, the game.
that and
Sick. Train simulator.
have you tried playing it?
I don't want to.
It's very much a game that it's for your phone that has been ported to your computer.
You get that vibe immediately.
No, that's what it is.
I'm sure that's true.
And then
there are some mobile games that are like, okay, I can see this on PC.
if you go to click too far, everything just goes away.
Awesome.
So the buttons being right on the edge of every screen.
That's really cool. You click out.
Yeah.
That's sick.
Love it. Great game.
Broken game.
But I'm excited for the movie.
So for unsupervised kids cause trouble, it was Children of the Corn.
Oh, damn it. I would have been about that.
And then for child eating monster, it was The Black Phone. Which is
I know, I've heard of.
You have seen it because it's like Babadookish.
Yeah, it is.
But it's just Ethan Hawke in a mask.
like an Oni mask or something.
Yeah, something like that.
Damn. I don't give a fuck about House of a Thousand Corpses, but Children of the Corn.
You're so wrong for your opinion.
Well, we've done Texas Chainsaw Massacre. We don't need to do it again. The exact same film,
There's
but
not even a chainsaw in it.
But there's a fucking everything else. There's a lot of running and screaming down tunnels of bones.
What's not in Texas Chainsaw Massacre? It's a bunch of old men in rabbit suits. All right? There's a little variety there. You don't get to see Dwight from The Office as a mer person.
And I'm kind of okay with that, though.
You don't want to be.
We'll see it eventually.
Anyway, Captain Spaulding, obviously.
Yeah. R.I.P.
Five Nights at Freddy's next week. Grindhouse Movie Club. I've lost my voice. Which will happen when you talk for 3.5 fucking hours.
Oh my God. What is it, 10?